You play as Prince Noctis and his three
his
retainers
boy band
on
of
a
friends,
journey
yes.
to contribute to an arranged marriage
Yeah,
between city
arrive at
state.
arranged marriage to essentially a political marriage to, grant peace and an alliance between two city-states. There's
Only for your betrothed to sacrifice herself for your sake.
Wait, wasn't she
because
stabbed?
a bit of both. Because the nation that she's from decided, fuck this, we have flying airships and robot super soldiers. Why are we at peace with these fuckers? Nuke them!
Aren't the
And they
robot
did, and
super
they nuked
soldiers
them.
also demons?
Yeah, the robots are
Yeah.
clones made of demons and then roboticized. It's a whole thing. Anyways, they attacked the city-state of Lucius, which is just light. Fucking, it's Latin. It's fucking insulting. Anyways, they attacked the city-state. City-state's destroyed. Your father's dead. You play as Noctis, trying to bring revenge. That's it.
That is legit.
Turns out-
He's a bit of a bitch because when
Hey Kim, we're explaining Final Fantasy 15 to Candy.
Hello.
So basically, there was this one game, and they called it the Final Fantasy. So it was going to be the last,
Not that kind of explanation.
and then they
Kim.
lied 14 more times,
Yeah.
and just were like, "Don't worry, guys, this is the last
Oh
one."
no, Kim, guess what? 16 more
16.
times.
Oh, wait, hold on. Final Fantasy 15. That was the one that Maxor did. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
barely makes sense because there's a lot of side content for it that explains things a lot more, but still doesn't explain everything.
Yeah, the Halo 5 syndrome. Also, if this helps at all, Candy, it won't, but I'm saying it anyways because it's funny.
God.
None of these games are connected to each other or
I've
even
already
Yeah.
in
been
real world.
explained
Like,
that many
She's al-
times.
That's already been said. We've already
Everyone who
mentioned that
suggests
many
Final
times.
Fantasy to me has said that.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess on one hand, there's the good news that, like, if you just like playing Final Fantasy 14, you don't have to play Final Fantasy 1 through 13. But there is
Or-
the downside of there's no such thing as a Final Fantasy series fan unless you're, like, insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand.
Hi, I'm
yeah.
insane.
I
Also,
like
Vecna,
14.
I'm
Yeah.
getting an echo on your side.
Oh god damn it.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm gonna straighten out my wire for my headphones, so I'll be back in 10 seconds.
All right. Let me see.
I will have you know that I am happily insane because I am a Final Fantasy franchise fan.
This doesn't change the fact, though, that Final Fantasy VII, best Final Fantasy.
Incorrect.
See, I also highly disagree. Final Fantasy VII is a solid game, and it is an incredible contribution to the franchise. However, the best game would probably be, in all
14.
actuality, Final Fantasy III.
Eh.
Well, I can't say the 10 because 10 has a nice storyline but really awful voice acting and a whole lot of cringe moments and a really shit main character. 10-2 does a horrible job of following up. I
I
could
actually didn't
say
find 10-2
13.
that bad.
You see, the dress fear system is what does it for me, honestly.
I have no idea what you're
Like,
talking
that's
about.
what stops me.
Good system.
Join
Good
the
system.
club.
I didn't like the dress fear system. In my opinion, 8 is the worst Final Fantasy game.
I feel like coming after Cloud and the homies is always going to set too high of expectations.
The slime is
Well,
very
8 was
confused.
just a really
And
was
then
just a really poorly executed game because the junction system was awful.
The junction system was
Characters-
odd.
The characters were meh at best. The progression system was less than mid. When a game balances with your character level, it kind of makes it hard to play.
Oh yeah, because
Everyone
isn't that the
says
one game where
otherwise.
it's like optimal to just never level up throughout the game and you can beat the final boss easily?
Because the monsters scale with you.
Mm,
Oh,
That
so,
was an odd decision.
So Bethesda syndrome.
I mean, I
Yeah.
get why they did it, but there is the sort of issue where how fast they scale is important. Like, if you scale harder than the monsters do, it allows for some degree of challenge while letting you still feel the power. This is why some games like to put the numbers for the stats that even if you both scale at a parallel to each other, the bigger numbers imply I'm stronger. But if the monster scales faster than you, it can be bad.
I
Yeah.
always have it so that the monsters are at least one level above the player. Gives you challenge while not making it overly impossible, and still providing some threat.
The thing is that your main source of power in 8 actually comes from weapon.
Grave, you're cutting out.
Yeah, he do that.
You guys
Yeah, that
talking about
happens.
which fucking Final Fantasy is best, and then there's just me over here with Endwalker.
And Walker good. And Walker good.
Endwalker. Fucking
You know, like,
Shadowbringers
in-
was
in
Shadowbringers
8,
was emotional damage.
Your weapon is your power. So if you've got if you've really advanced your weapon, you'll be wicked strong.
Yeah. So you can have a really
Unfortunately,
high-powered weapon, but a low level, and just steamroll everything.
Exactly.
That
But as you
doesn't
level
sound
up,
fun.
as you level up, if your weapon falls behind, you
You're
fall way
screwed.
behind.
So you've got to level
And
up
if
two
you've already
things.
maxed out your weapon, then monsters start catching up.
So you've got to level up two things and constantly be looking for something better. That just sounds like Skyrim.
I mean, the thing is once you've got the best,
Well,
you can't go no more.
Well, then, yeah, that's just Skyrim.
If you're trying to upgrade weapons in Skyrim, you're a pussy.
Bitch, fuck you.
Yeah,
Just
imagine
use
like
a dagger and a bow like everyone else.
dude, imagine not literally investing in your smithing skill before any other skill so you can build the Imperial sword that will take you all the way to Alduin. So you can just like school on him old school human best style before murdering all the elves for the crime of being elven. It's not forgivable.
Yeah,
The elves are weird.
I mean, I just went for alchemy and enchanting first.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean like Elder Scrolls really went out there like what if the dwarves were elves?
Yeah, that is an
Imagine playing
unforgivable
the
sin.
game as anything other than a stealth archer.
Cringe. You are
That is
cringe.
cringe.
My
Stealth archers are fucking cringe.
My
Indeed.
brother
the
in
best
Christ
way to play the game.
literally
My
just
brother in
play
Christ, you are playing the most boring game mode ever.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
The issue is I only use a bow. Close quarters, long range, all of it. Only a
My
bow.
brother in Christ, just play Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, man. Literally.
I
Yeah,
play a
like-
fucking battle mage.
For added
Suck
difficulty,
my
a
magical
crossbow.
nuts. I play a battle mage and I throw spells like fucking hell. Suck my
See,
magical
magic's
nuts.
stupid in Skyrim.
See, the trick is I just play a sword mage, so what I do is I use Ordinator and put all of my perks into one-handed and fire perks. So I throw fire at people and they take more damage the less health they have. And when they get fire, they also set on fire. So they start exploding and setting each other on fire, which starts causing chain reactions. And then I also cast Flame Cloak on myself while I'm in melee to go and trigger more fire and more fire explosions. And then I swing my sword with the flame enchantment at them to get even more fire and trigger more fire explosions.
Hey Kim,
Yeah?
Kim, are you sure you don't want to invest in Hellfire Industries?
Yes, because it's not in Haran's character. Also, I don't
Damn.
overheat in Skyrim.
Okay, but you don't
Here's the
overheat
thing,
with
though.
Hellfire mods either.
Here is
I literally
peak,
made one that keeps you
peak
from
character
overheating once
build
you
for
hit Danger
Skyrim.
Zone.
peak character build for Skyrim, right? Is very simply the basic crossbow
Mid,
and
Crossbow
iron
isn't in
bolt.
base game.
mid.
Oh, if we're talking just base game of Skyrim, then the elven bow and the
Mid.
steel arrows.
Mid,
Best way to go.
mid.
Don't even need armor.
Mid.
Here, I just gotta go and send something really quick to for Rice. I keep sending this image around, but this demonstrates both how I play Skyrim, but also how I play Destiny.
Oh
Oh, boy.
God, I need to see this.
All right. Let's see.
You should worship fire now.
And then you've just got me mainlining Stasis and Void.
I still haven't played the Beyond Light DLC campaign. I have it, I've just never gotten around to it.
But
Beyond Light's not bad.
It's not
The
bad,
last
but it very much
expansion I
could be
played-
better.
The
Yes,
last
very
expansion
much.
I played was the one with Osiris on.
Oh, Curse of
Curse of
Osiris.
Osiris?
That one was.
Dude, like a ton of stuff happened since then. Like also Cade
yeah,
died.
but I'm not gonna drop $60 every time there's a goddamn expansion.
I
That
mean, you can just
Fuck
drop.
that.
You can just drop $60 and get the expansion pass, and you get everything and all the seasons. That's what I did.
Yeah. Now you won't be able to get Forsaken
Permanently.
because the game was too big and Bungie had to remove it.
Yeah,
they had to remove
That
Forsaken.
that was unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but I am happy that the game doesn't take up 150 gigabytes.
Yeah, see,
Laughs in having literally
I would be
1,000
more inclined
gigabytes
to
of
play
storage.
Destiny.
Oh, I do too, but I also have a lot of
Fuck.
games on my thing.
Fucking peasants. That's why
I
I
would
have
be
an
more
entire other terabyte for an SSD.
yeah, that
You have a
legitimately,
one-
Destiny is the reason I decided to get a 2 terabyte SSD for my
Whoa, whoa,
Xbox.
whoa. Back up. You guys have SSDs in the terabyte range?
Yeah.
Yes, I
How
got mine
fucking
for like
expensive is
$99
that?
at $99 at Best Buy, motherfucker,
Yeah.
because it was on sale.
Yeah.
SSDs
Buy
can be-
things physically, you cringe ass nene bitch.
No. I remember I bought an SSD in person and it was way more expensive, even for just like the half.
Yeah.
You can get 1 terabyte SSDs now? God, wow.
Yeah.
I just bought a 2 terabyte SSD for my PC to expand its storage capabilities.
I'm sorry, I'm just not
I
used to
bought it
having
for
that
like
much tech-
$100 and it got
I've
it
got-
insured for like 10.
I've got 1 terabyte as baseline storage on the C drive, and then I have another terabyte for my SSD on the D drive.
That is so weird. Wow. But like
I do have to agree with that.
Yeah,
Soul.
no,
It would
I
be
do agree with that,
nicer if
Soul.
you could
I-
play through the entire story
Yeah,
from like.
I would have liked
two.
to have played Red War. I didn't get to, but
Yeah.
I have a
to
half a
say-
terabyte for my SSD, but I've also not put anything on the SSD besides literally just Windows and my basic running things. My
Fair.
hard drive is where I put all of my games, and I have
Kim,
300 and yeah.
Kim, I'm going to give you some advice. Put your slowest loading games on the SSD. They will load so much fucking faster.
Yes, but also, well, I might have to. Okay, for no other reason that I have 374 gigs left on my 2 gigabyte hard drive.
Sorry, me and Vector are just laughing at that. I'm sorry.
How do you have 370 gigabytes left on your 2 gigabyte hard drive?
Or, sorry, no, 2 terabytes.
Okay, that
Okay.
makes more sense.
Jesus fucking Christ, man, diversify.
Yes, please.
If that fucking drive goes shit, you are shit out of luck.
Like that hard drive.
I know.
I originally had a hard drive in here. I couldn't transfer things onto it because of some weird ass bullshit. Like I still
Yeah.
have
The
that
trick-
hard drive on hand in case I need it.
No, you see, Rice, the trick that I had for fitting, 1,500 gigabytes into my 2 gigabyte hard drive is I pull out the hard drive, right? And I lay it on the table, and then I get
No.
all of the
Oh my
data and like
God,
all the
no.
discs and stuff, and I stack it on top of the hard
Shut
drive,
up.
No.
and I get a
Shut up.
hammer
Shut
and I
up.
hammer the top of
Shut
it,
up.
and all the
Shut up.
CDs they just
Shut
clip
up.
into the hard drive and they just merge in.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Haran,
It's that
please
easy.
Don't.
I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to skin you alive. I am going to skin you alive and wear your fucking face as a rug.
You can't wear rugs.
Yes, you fucking can. Kobolds say otherwise.
Kobolds are dumb and stupid, and
You're
also
dumb.
nurse and too short.
You're dumb. Fuck you. Kobold army for life, bitch.
Say again.
Kobold army for life.
Eh.
Okay, but like they make amazing gunners for heavy guns.
All right.
Can
So
you even keep a shot on target?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they can. They're actually really good aim. They've got really good aim with their slings. And if you give them something like artillery, then or heavy guns like an HMG, then it doesn't matter if they can keep a shot on target because they're designed for suppression and volume of fire.
Alrighty then. So it looks like Orbital is a little. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Hold on.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm in the middle of a session, Lala. What? Uh, where are you picking it up? Where are you? Apologies about that. I had my phone on my right. I ended up having my phone right next to my microphone.
Why?
I don't know. I just put it there, and that's usually where I set up my microphone, so I didn't really think about it. Anyways.
That was
So
very
my sister
loud.
was calling me about if I wanted some ice cream for Uncle Eddie's, and I'm not feeling like that right now.
Alright, got it.
All right, so so it looks like Orbital's a bit distracted right now with the Valheim, and I can't really blame him.
Cringe.
The new update came out, so him and a bunch of our friends are enjoying it. I can't blame him.
I should reinstall Valheim.
It's really fun.
But again, cringe.
I DM'd him in Steam. I hope he got it. He might be away from the computer right now. I have no idea.
We'll see.
Indeed. So we're going to be starting off this with you all, with Eden basically giving commands on loading up a massive dropship with a lot of supplies. With Eden contacting the group and explaining that due to the squad being down a man, and that recently she had gotten a request from an individual wishing to transfer into a different squad.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
she introduces you all to... One moment, let me double check the name. She introduces you all to Slasher.
Oh god.
His code name is Slasher, but his actual name is Krill. And from behind her, she basically pulls out this guy. All right, so introduce yourself.
What's up?
He has been
yeah.
finding it hard working with some of the other squads, so he's requested.
They find it hard to work with me, but that's their issue.
So he's requested a more combat active team.
Oh, well, that's something that we do a lot. We get into all kinds of trouble.
Yeah,
Did
so,
you say combat active or people who actually get shit done?
Bit of both.
So Krill is a 5'8" individual.
Hold on, I need to pull the image that Soul had. Soul, can you please post the image that you used for Krill?
I just used one of the presets from
okay.
I don't have an actual
Okay,
image
so
right now.
Hold on, I need to describe this.
You cut out. Hold on. Describe.
I had to describe the image that Soul is using for this guy. It's kind of hard to get. So it looks like he's wearing tights. He has an oversized jacket on. Like using the sleeves to slap someone oversized.
Oh my.
So, like I
fucking
said,
God.
this is just one of the preload images from ComCon.
I know. His face halfway through is a different skin tone.
I'm pretty sure those are like glasses.
Are you sure?
Hold on.
There's a
hold
completely
on, let
different
me-
skin tone. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Hold
they're.
on.
I'll show
let
this
me
on
load up
stream, hold
ComCon.
on.
Maybe you're right.
I am
Let me
showing
load up
this on
ComCon
stream
so I can
right
look at the
now.
fucking pilot roster.
Like I'm looking at this right now. If
Set
anyone wants to
portrait.
look at the stream, this is what he looks like.
Okay, give me a minute.
I'll
fucking-
move
So-
over Mink. Just look at this.
So my appearance description for Krill is a 5'8", slender build, but clearly has definable
fucking God.
muscle. Blue-green eyes, mid-length auburn hair, and you can see synth wires exposed at the midpoints of all his limbs. So like at the fold of his biceps, his mid-thigh, his calves.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, if you're
Uh,
looking at the stream, here you go.
Artificial augmentation.
Ah, alrighty then.
He is also apparently non-binary.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Or them, whatever.
3 limbs then, understood.
Excuse?
What?
The
So
fuck
if
did
you-
you say?
Well, there's a binary, right? Left and right, 1 and 2, which means you gotta go 3 and more.
Oh.
Or
Dude,
one less.
What the fuck is this logic?
Don't ask.
So if you go one less, that's singularity and not.
Well, I mean, then you're getting into like the whole 0-1, which is like some coding shindig, and I'm gonna be honest,
That's
I don't know how they
binary.
work. Yeah, that's the other binary.
Anyways,
There's the binary.
Krill's last
Binary
name.
the other
code.
binary.
Binary
Krill's
gender
last
and
name,
binary
by the way,
code,
is
of course.
Androgyna.
Oh,
Krill
fucking
Androgyna. Okay.
Krill the twink. Got it. Androgynous twink. Yes.
Of
Yeah,
course,
basically.
yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
But if we're going down to, are we going down to surface, or are we still on the ship?
Yeah,
You-
we're still in the
You
ship.
guys are still on the ship. There is a massive transport being loaded up with lots of supplies for the scientists on the Red Star. And Eden has actually already given Slasher a briefing about what's going on. That you guys are being sent down to be as protection mostly for a team of scientists that have discovered something interesting.
Us.
There has been massive energy pulses that appear roughly every 3 hours and last about a minute. About the discovery of a God, what was it? Silicon-based life form.
Yeah, the rock creature.
Yeah, the rock creature.
Great.
It's been kind of nicknamed by the members of the science team. They
It's
just
been
nicknamed it
nicknamed
Rock
Rocky
Creature.
Road. Rocky Road, the rock creature.
They're unsure really what to think about it because they've never encountered anything like this before. They are very confused scientists.
So I apologize, I missed it. What do they look like?
The rock creatures?
Yeah.
One moment, I actually was able to find a decent representation. One moment.
Oh boy.
Let me go quickly grab that.
I would like to say that halfway through the briefing, Vecna just kind of disappears.
Oh God, what are you doing?
He's doing something. Vector is doing Vector things. Don't worry.
All right.
Unless you hear explosions, everything is going according to plan.
Eden is worried.
Unless you hear explosions, everything is going according to plan.
So I will
Have
post
you
this
heard
in
explosions? No.
I'll post this in the Discord and also show it to the
Big
to the
rock.
stream. It looks a lot like this.
It's got faces.
Call it an Earthwalker.
Yeah,
Yeah, Stonewalker, Earthwalker. That works.
that works. Yeah. So, so it is a lot like this, except the one that was discovered has some like weird tendrils that were clearly damaged and cut off at some point. It also has a green crystal running throughout its body. It's especially visible at the joints. And
I wanna
in the
fist fight it.
center of where it roughly you can see a face is just a hole that is darkness.
Well, that's creepy.
Mm.
The scientists have mentioned that they don't like looking in. They don't like looking anywhere near that area because it just feels weird. It feels like it's watching them.
I dare him to stick a finger in it.
Knowing what we've been dealing with, it probably is.
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, the transport's being loaded up with general supplies, some prefabs for the scientists to more establish their base, and also some exploration mechs for the scientists to use. Along with any equipment that Vector deems that needs to be
Intense amounts of equipment.
yeah, along with
Vector
any
has loaded
equipment
up an
that
entire-
any of you guys feel like you need, along with what Vector is bringing for you guys. This is Kill's reaction to the rock monsters.
Vector has loaded up an entire other dropship with stuff
Nice.
because he's bringing down a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You
So
already know what he's bringing down. I told you.
I know
Yeah.
it's some fun shit.
Yeah.
You'll see Krill load up both a Vlad and a Tortuga.
Worked.
So you guys are basically given the rundown that you're basically meant to assist the scientists and to figuring out what the fuck is going on down there.
Hey.
And also there has also been an additional briefing over the information that Daedalus has given Eden. Over what is Project Stone. Project Stone was a attempt by the Yavin to create another form of life that they could be able to befriend. It was the result. It was actually caused by a project of theirs to try to store memories within crystals, where they ended up accidentally figuring out that that consciousness could be stored into a crystal itself.
Oh no.
Through figuring this out, they are eventually able to cause consciousness to be created within one.
Oh dear.
As much the last bit of information Daedalus has is that five entities were created and were sent down to a planet, being told that the Yavin telling them that they want to see how they develop on their own, and will be there to befriend them once they finally come out. That is the end of what Daedalus knows.
Mm.
He
Okay,
admits that this is clearly some sort of substrain from what he can determine from just the images, but this is definitely something that resulted from Project Stone.
What about Project Rock?
Project Rockcrete.
Rock and Stone.
Rock and Stone.
Mayhaps Project Terra.
That's just Project Dirt.
One moment. I am setting one.
Really,
thing
Krill
up.
just hit on some like uber top secret shit without even knowing.
Yeah, we just stumbled onto some fucking top secret alien shit. Aliens just out here making entire new species that defy the laws of life as we know it.
Yeah, the scientists are like really unsure what to do right now, as this thing is currently basically in a tent.
Considering that, like, silicon-based life was previously considered quite literally impossible outside of AI, this is one of the most major scientific breakthroughs outside of the discovery of the Yavin.
Yeah, or at least
Because-
the remnants of them.
Well, the Yavin as they are. Because this is like discovering a fucking... This is discovering an alien species that was created by another alien species, and a species that breaks the laws of known life.
Yeah.
But
Like, I
can I
cannot
bare knuckle
stress.
fist fight it?
I mean, sure, you can try. You're gonna get turned into pulp.
The scientists
you can try.
Have explained that they believe that the one that they have is injured, but they're unsure really how to either help it or even study it properly.
Oh well, that's not fun. I want to fight a
As
full
they
strength
said, as they said, like anytime they try to get close to it, they just get unnerved by it. There's just something about it that just unnerves them.
Apparently, people are arguing over which is better, swords or spears in the D&D subreddit.
How
So that's
close could I
interesting.
get to it?
Well, we're not down
that-
there yet,
yeah.
so we'll have to find out.
You'll have to figure that out. So you all are after the transports are loaded up with equipment and whatever, you all are sent down to the planet. The trip roughly takes 3 hours, as the Red Star is racing across the plane. And eventually, you guys make landfall on the Red Star. Is there anything that anyone does during the time of the transport, or not?
Vecna is in his other dropship because he has to finish checking some stuff on that.
Of course. Anyone
I
else?
will type mine because mine's a list.
I
Oh,
had no
God.
particular plans in mind for this planet. I mean, this is just like spooky sus stuff. So I'm gonna see if I can.
Spooky sus stuff.
Yeah, just I'm gonna see if I can keep myself from getting too much in danger. What with the whole evil things. I'm a simple lady, and I can recognize when there's trouble.
Valid.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is indeed valid.
I think Jericho is going to go and set his mark to auto. Anything sideways, yeah, the NHP will handle it.
I heard auto and sideways, and NHP will handle it.
So Jericho's going to set his
Oh God, Soul. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 50 burpees, 200 jumping jacks, 100 pull-ups, 200 squats, and then jog in whatever space there is until landing.
Look, I told you I made a meathead. He's a meathead.
Yes, the Saitama workout.
This individual is 100% just a melee meathead.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just laughing at this. Okay, I'm laughing because he just basically stated Saitama's workout. And I find that hilarious.
Yeah.
So when you guys make landfall, and the
wait.
yeah,
So Jericho is going to set his monarch to auto, let his NHP do anything if anything happens, and he is going to go with his dragon and have a nap.
Aw.
Much like what I'm probably going to do.
Also,
As
both
I did not get enough sleep last night.
both yours and Vecna's dragons are in their own custom-made hard suits.
You're welcome.
They're tiny dragons with tiny hard suits. They look adorable.
They look squish.
Indeed.
They are babies. Anyways.
So when you guys make landfall and the transports open, you guys see a relatively standard scientific outpost that was clearly made out of prefabs and everything. With soon after the doors open, there is automated like subalterns and transport mechs that are moving up equipment out of the transports and into and nearby the research outpost, with any of the new prefabs that are going to be added being set up to be connected to the main outpost. As you guys are most likely getting your mechs out, you are greeted by a man in a blue hard suit. It looks a bit less cumbersome than a normal hard suit, and clearly has some scientific instruments built into it.
Would my jetpack launching suit be able to count as my hard suit?
Yes, that is a hard suit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Your guys'
all got
pilot
hard
armor
suits.
is hard suits, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
We lost Grave.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no, we lost Jericho!
Oh fuck. He vanished. Damn. What a shame.
What a shame.
Damn. What a shame. What a rotten way to die.
Okay, so he walks up and greets you all. Welcome to Outpost Theta. It's good to actually see that we're gonna get some heavy help here.
Thunk.
We're happy to assist. We tend to be pretty good at problem solving.
From the reports that Eden sent us, it appears so. And, well, this is most likely going to be an interesting problem to solve. As he says that, he basically waves you guys to follow him to the outpost, and will eventually... Oh, hello.
Shouldn't we wait for Grave to get back?
Oh, yeah.
Because his internet killed itself and he dipped.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what happened. Don't need an immediate answer, but I have an idea for a slight change to my mech. Each one has a personal thing to a +2 HP in the mod. It is controlled. The compartment can be opened and allows Krill to try and physically punch whatever the mech is fighting.
So here's my reasoning behind that.
Okay. I
assault.
want to imagine this, like the Monarch, Monarch.
Vlad.
The Monarch killing like execution thing from Titanfall 2 is what I'm picturing this as.
My justification is I have +6 to assault.
So you want to, whenever you're mechs in melee combat and you make a melee attack, you want your command compartment to open up and you to punch the enemy mech or whatever.
I have the option to, yes.
You know what? That sounds stupid enough. Let's do that. Let's go ahead with that. That sounds stupid and I love it. I'm sorry. I love that idea so much. Oh, Graves typing. He be doing the type. I'm sorry. That's such a dumb idea, yet I love it at the same time.
What could
Do you love it
possibly
because
be
it's
better
dumb?
than a meathead trying to
Poppy
literally
DXE has failed to load. Shutting down. Oh no.
trying to punch everything in existence? Whether he
Wha-
stands a chance of actually doing damage or not.
Why do I think you'd enjoy that mech that has just a giant fist for this
Oh,
guy?
what is that,
Oh
man?
yeah, that one.
Yeah, I remember Dragon Kid literally used an anime to help explain it.
Yeah, there's a mech. It's from Harrison Armory or
Oh yeah, it's no, it's in this
the Zoll.
IPS North Star.
Yeah. IPS North Star. It's the Zang.
Yeah, it's a Zang.
Zang IPSN striker frame.
Its whole
It's just
thing
got a
is just
giant fucking fist.
its whole thing is I cast fist, and it has mech knuckle dusters. I am not joking.
That's kind of cool.
Oh,
I'm looking for it now.
It's the like last one in the IPSN license list.
it's in Lancer long rim data. I don't. I think we gave you all the data
Don't know if
packets.
you. Yeah, you might not have it like installed, but
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, because the last one in the Lancer PDF book with the mechs and stuff is for IPSN is the Vlad.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's in the long rim data stuff. Like if you go to ComCon, you should if you do have like all the things in there, in the frames, you should be able to see it at least.
Oh, here I found AnyFlip has a copy of the long rim.
Yeah, we gave it to you, so you should.
Well,
still
I
have it.
googled it just.
Ah, okay. But yeah, the reason that we're suggesting that mech is because it's literally built around you punching everything with a rocket powered fist.
Yeah.
Like it's actually like a really cool house design. One of the things you can get, which is an upgrade, is literally just knuckle dusters for your mech.
Here it is. It's called the Calibus or Caliban.
That's not the one I'm
No,
thinking of.
that's not the one we're thinking of.
That's not
Caliban
it.
feels like
What
it
is
should
the-
be sword based.
Yeah.
The
It's
Zang.
all...
I'm sending it in the chat.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Not the Caliban. The Caliban is that's a half-sized mech, shotguns and shit.
Yeah. It's in the long. It's
If you
in the
want to go for
long rim
melee, then you
stuff.
want the Zang.
Yeah, the Zing is it's a size 1 mech.
Yeah. Size 1 giant fucking fist.
Gotcha.
Legitimately, its whole thing is I cast
posted
fist.
it in. Yeah, I posted it in the general.
Might be worth investing in after I get my level 3
Like,
Vlad.
okay, so the Zing, the first rank, you get the Tiger Hunter, the Trigger Hunter Combat Sheath, and then Total
Molten-
Strength Suite 1.
Tiger Hunter Combat Sheath, that's the fist weapon. Weapon can attack 2 targets at a time and can be used even while jammed. This enhancement encases a mech's manipulators and brachial structures in a powerful reactive alloy weave, allowing it to use its fists as blunt weapons, even unarmed.
Yeah.
Total Strength Suite 1. You rip up a piece of the environment and hurl it at a character within range 5 and line of sight. Your target must pass an agility save or take 1d6 kinetic and be knocked back 1 space directly away from you. After you take this action, place a size 1 piece of terrain that grants hardcover and a free space adjacent to your target, even if they pass the save. The terrain has 10 HP and evasion 5. If there is a size 1 object or piece of cover adjacent to you, you can move it as part of the action. Otherwise, your projectile is ripped out of the ground or environment. If there's nothing to grab nearby, or you're not on the ground, you can't use this action.
No, this one looks like it might be worth investing in.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. With how you want Slasher to go, yeah. Like one of its second thing, along with getting the frame itself, you get a weapon modification called Molten Wreath. Choose one melee weapon, one round. After you hit a character with this weapon, you take one heat and projects a superheated cone-free cloud of ornated a cone-3 cloud orientated away from your target in the direction of your choice.
Facing.
Oh.
It should say facing rather than oriented,
Okay.
because
Need a
everyone knows
significant
what
boost
facing
to your rally's melee capacity?
Xiong
Xeon.
decided upon a crude but effective solution. She would reroute her Raleigh's cold dispersion systems into the chassis' palms with a simple on-off switch, allowing it to superheat equipped weapons. The resultant ad hoc thermal weapon is so hot that it prompts an explosive vaporization of hard and soft surfaces on impact, creating a secondary backblast cloud that is a deadly weapon in its own right. The production version of this system simply adds a sturdier, dedicated routing system and better insulation.
And then D/D2A8.
The DD-288.
It is
Unlike other super heavy weapons, this weapon can be used with a basic profile to skirmish. You may charge this weapon as a quick action. While charged, you benefit from soft cover but are slowed. Take 2 heat at the start of your turn and can no longer use the DD-288 with skirmish. At the start of any of your turns while it's charged, it has the charged profile. Uncharged is threat 1, 1d6 kinetic. Charged is threat 3, 4d6 plus 8 explosive.
Yeah, this thing
Charged
is
also has reliable 8 and knockback 8.
Yeah, this
While
thing
uncharged
is
has
fucking,
reliable 3 and quick action.
This thing is fucking mean and I like it.
Mr. Fister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well charged,
quite
this
literally.
weapon also deals 30 AP kinetic damage.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna punch through like anything.
That allows you to literally punch through a mountain, I think.
And punch a hole into it, sure.
Yeah, punch a hole in it at least, but
Anyways, since Graves not coming back, I guess we can continue.
alright. Yeah, that's what I figured as well. So
Yeah. Vector's dropship is landing. Vector got upgrades.
oh god. So what does everyone see once the bay to the dropship that Vector is in opens?
Well, first, a big ass fucking armory ass rack loaded with like 6 drones just rolls out.
Oh my.
Yeah, okay, so first off,
I remember all this, don't worry.
yeah, I'm going to send images for everyone else's benefit. 2 size 1 chicken mechs. 6 drones on a big ass rack. And Vector in a very new and fancy hard suit. He is currently not wearing his robes. Vector came prepared.
Vector undressed?
Yeah. And prepared. Mostly because robes in low gravity tend to get in the way.
Well, the gravity on this world is actually remarkably is actually like
Cringe. Well, Vector assumed low gravity, so that's what
It's
that's what he
roughly the
dressed for.
same, give or take a few decimals, but
Vector assumed low gravity, so that's what he dressed for.
okay.
Anyways, yes, he came prepared. 2 autonomous mechs, 6 drones, and a new hard suit. Also, his own mech looks a lot sleeker and more armored.
Wait, sleeker but also more armored?
Yes.
How?
Keep in mind, previously
Hold.
it looked like a giant skeleton.
Yeah. Hold, please. I need to find the image I used for the Encalagon. Because I did say that I could make stuff for you guys, and I did say that you could request stuff. None of you have requested anything.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I would request.
Well, that's why you look
Hey,
at
I
the
made
list
my
I sent.
request.
You did not make any requests.
Yeah, the cryo rifle.
Oh, right. We still have to work on that.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
that's something you guys still have to work on.
Yeah, we still have to
So,
work on
Yeah,
cryo damage.
I've been
I'm not
mostly
too worried
focusing
about
on
that.
getting today's session ready, but we'll work on. I can be able to work on the cryo rifle tonight.
So, that's the Ancalagon. Vecna's mech used to look like essentially a big skeleton full of squishy guts, and now it looks more like this.
Nice, very nice.
Like I said, sleeker and more armored.
The scientist that walked up just looks over, just like, "What do you bring a whole army?"
No, just some stuff to make sure you squishies don't get your fucking faces eaten by nightmarish rock monsters.
Well, thank you for that.
Eh.
All right. So he ends up. So he takes you all to the base and tells you to park your mechs outside. As he says, so you know about all the stuff that's been going on in this world and how we're all weirded out.
Well, I know the basics, eh? Not
Well,
sure about them.
it's about time you meet. About time that you meet Rocky then.
Oh, joy! The nightmarish rock monster. So
We're
He-
calling it Rocky.
That's what my
apparently
team's
they
been
are.
calling it. You guys have a name?
I
The
think the
anomaly?
new guy said Stonewalker, something like that.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually a pretty good name. He hops on his
Well,
radio. All right, boys, we're not calling it Rocky anymore.
I mean, hey, you fellers can call it Rocky.
We need a more.
Just like
We need a
just,
better
like,
definition
paint
than
a
just a
stripe on it.
nickname.
call it Rocky. Just paint a stripe on it. There you go. You've got a pet now. All right, let's go see this fucking thing.
So he ends up leading you all into a airlock that it is in a prefab that's disconnected entirely from the rest of the facility.
Smart.
And once the airlock cycles and you guys are able to go through, you see you see a part of the you see that the place has just been like the bottom of the prefab has been like completely sealed against the ground,
Mm.
and in a small crater you see the creature, and it just
Why is it in a crater?
we tried moving. Well, we were trying to move it to the base and try to study it more. It fell in, and none of our machines can get it out.
Oh.
So we figured it'd be work as good containment for right now.
I mean, that's fair, I suppose.
As he says that, you guys are like in a observation area, kind of above the crater,
Mm-hmm.
and you see this thing like crawling around. Two of its legs has been clearly damaged, with the green crystal just completely exposed on the legs.
That feels weird.
You're telling us. We've been trying to figure out more about it, but
Has it made any attempts to communicate?
none so far. It's not even aggressive as far as we can tell.
Does it register a presence?
Yes, actually.
Hmm.
It just turns its face, he makes air quotes with that, at us and just stares.
Perhaps it communicates in a way we simply can't hear.
Well,
It's based off of... It's made of stone, so perhaps it uses magnetic frequencies?
well, we know it does make grinding noises every now and then, ever since we pressurized the area.
Grinding sounds in a pressurized environment. Interesting. Any odd energy readings based on it?
Minor ones, but mostly within the standard deviations.
Could be communicating through the grinding sounds it makes, but I find that less likely considering how commonly does it make them? Did it make them more?
When it typically makes them whenever it's staring at us.
So that is likely how it attempts to communicate. Interesting.
Seems quite likely that that is its method of communication then.
It's
Maybe-
trying to communicate, but we simply can't understand it.
Yes, that's one of the main things. It's not aggressive, but as he is talking, you see it just trying to dig into the ground, but is failing.
What's it doing?
It's been doing that for a while.
I think it's
Hmm.
digging.
Aye.
It's trying to,
Why?
but you see it just kind of like slamming its limbs into the earth and trying to dig into it, but failing.
I imagine kind of how an elephant will like stomp,
Yeah,
raising up
basically.
onto its hind legs and slamming its feet down.
Basically, yes.
Interesting. It's not so much digging as more compacting. Maybe
On
it's used to
its
different environments.
back, from what you can tell, are two kind of stumps that are kind of whipping around.
Uh-huh. Any idea what those stumps are supposed to be?
We have no idea. I've asked the team that recovered it to try and look for missing parts of the site that they found it at.
Do we know what happens if you kill it?
We're not killing it.
No. I'm just asking.
Obviously they don't. It's still
There's-
alive and they haven't found any more.
Alright. Shit.
Christ.
Should I kill it?
No!
I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's almost cruel to
Exactly!
keep it
And
there.
and for all we know, it's the only one left alive. You really want to be the one responsible for wiping out the most unique race in existence.
As you guys are arguing, you all hear a shout from a scientist down below. Sir, Sir, it's roughly 3 hours. Oh,
3
fuck.
hours.
Hold on. He rushes over to the consoles and starts operating them. 3 hour mark, around 60 seconds. Let's hope that we can get a good reading on this one.
Oh, the energy pulses.
As you say that, Vector, you see the console start to light up.
Oh.
Alright, that's a good sign at least. They aren't
That's-
overloaded by the data this time.
That's a lot of energy.
As the minute goes on, the consoles start calculating the energy, and it is massive, far
That's
beyond
a lot.
even what is believed a star could have produced.
30 seconds. 60 seconds every 3 hours.
And when the 60 seconds is up, the consoles basically give up the ghost on the calculations and just give an error.
This is
No, the pulse do not.
Cool.
Yeah,
doesn't have any effect on Krill or Vector, so that's good.
yeah. Besides like a light fuzzy feeling, there's no real effect.
I want to know if the fucking pulse had any effect on the creature.
I imagine that you're kind of looking at the creature as the pulse is happening.
Hmm.
As you do, you see the creature seem to stand still, and then turn roughly towards the west on this planet. and it tries to climb its way out. But every time it tries, it falls. It basically falls down.
I imagine it's sort of like trying to climb up a slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And
Alright.
on this
So,
attempt,
what are
you
the
watch
chances?
as it's trying to climb, and then you hear a loud crack as the back leg that has exposed crystal on it snaps. The
Oh,
thing
dear.
falls over and roars out in that grinding noise. Oh fuck!
Alright. Well, I'm going down.
The
Cool,
man basically opens up to the main containment area and lets you guys come in.
Yeah, Vector just walks out
As
and
the rest of the
bolts down
team that
into
are
the
in the
crater.
crater are trying to assist the thing back up.
What would happen if we just let it out and let it go to wherever it's going?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We'd
there.
probably lose it.
Well, we
Not
think
really.
that
Not
might
if we
lead us
follow
to
it.
whatever's going on. We have a reasonable theory that this thing is connected to the pulses. Every time a pulse happens, it's been standing still and tries to go west.
Alright.
Yeah, so why didn't the fuck you let it out?
Well,
You could have followed it.
The thing
Followed
fell
it
into the
to
hole
what?
while we were transporting it.
They
And
can't,
we
let
can't
it
get
out.
out of
None
the
of their
hole.
equipment can lift it.
Don't lift it, dig it.
They don't
Build
have
it
the
a ramp.
equipment for that.
We're a scientific expedition team. We don't
The
have
science team.
But yeah, we're a scientific expedition team. We don't have excavation equipment.
Anyways, while you guys are arguing, Vector's flipped the thing upright and is trying to reattach its leg.
You see that the crystal of the leg that was detached just fades into a kind of green gray.
That's odd.
And
Daedalus.
the thing seems to make more grinding noises as it tries to balance on three legs.
Daedalus.
Yes, Vector?
Would you care to give me an analysis of this crystal material?
One moment. And
Right.
the hologram seems to float over and give it a scan. Analysis complete. Uploading analysis to your hard drives.
Thank you.
The analysis of the crystalline substances that it is a diamond substrate, from what you can tell, and that it seems to have, and he also compares it to the crystal on the that's still attached to the creature, and there is a noticeable difference in the structure in terms of integrity.
Interesting.
I have an idea.
Why is it fucking glowing like that?
Perhaps the event. Well, it was stated in the research to try to store memories onto crystals that they seem to glow whenever whenever its transfer was successful. Perhaps it is indicative of their consciousness.
Oh. That's not good.
So this piece being severed from it, it's lost a piece of itself, both literal and metaphorical.
Oh, that's not good.
What is your idea, Soul?
How deep is this hole at an eyeballs? Like, just at a
From what you
glance?
can tell, it is roughly a good, 10, 15 feet deep.
It's deep.
This thing roughly
Okay.
stands around 10 feet tall.
Okay. Cool. I will get in my Tortuga, jump down in the hole, and
Your
push
mech
out.
is currently outside the building.
God
And
damn
it's
it.
not going to fit
This
through
is
the airlock.
think of this like a colony prefab building, like from
Yeah, this is a
Saving
dome.
Mars.
They could
It's the only
pressurize the small crater, but not get an excavation equipment out here to dig it out. That's
There's a
fucking
building
weekend.
along the small crater.
There's a building.
Yeah, there is a small building along the crater.
I mean,
They
that's
to
one way
get
I
the-
could get it out is to get in my Tortuga and just kind of push it out. It'd have to depressurize the facility, but
Yeah,
Uh,
and they lose access to the creature, so maybe we use that as the last option, because this is possibly the only example we have of silicon-based life, which is, I cannot stress this enough, the most important scientific discovery since electricity.
this thing's injured. It's not getting away fast. Here's an idea: can they close off the facility from the crater?
okay, so this specific building where the crater is separate from the rest of the facility.
Hmm.
It is its
Like
own.
a shed.
Yeah, it's basically like a prefab equivalent of a shed.
Built over the crater. So
Gotcha.
It
Who
is
here has
a,
the fastest mech? Would you say?
fastest.
Yeah.
fastest? That would
Who's got-
actually that kind
Who's
of
got the most speed?
yeah. I think between Graves Monarch and the Haran.
Yeah, what's up?
How fast is your mech?
Let me double check for you, champ. Speed 5.
Oh,
Alright. Let me double
How
check
fast
Graves.
how fast is Graves?
I am checking right now. His Sovereign, or not Sovereign, or his Monarch, is speed 5.
I'm the fastest.
Oh,
I've
it's
got
I have
slow
speed
legs.
7.
Wait, how did
I
you
have
get speed 7 again?
Movement speed from the Baylor the
Oh,
hybrid
Oh yes, consume.
plus the bonus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's
Consumed,
my
so I've
idea.
got speed 7.
Here's my idea. Vector, you take your mech and you'll wait outside this crater, right? I'll get in the crater. We'll move all the scientists to their main facility that's still pressurized.
Well, and all the equipment and the research materials.
All of
And
the
the
yes,
samples.
sure, all of the necessary garbage. We'll move
Thanks.
all of that to their main facility. We'll open this up. I'll get in, push him out, and you follow him in case he's quicker than we expect.
Mhm.
But he's injured. I don't imagine he's getting anywhere fast.
Right. On that injured point, is there any way I could make like a splint for this leg
Um.
or like a prosthetic or something? Because this is just sad.
You can attempt to. I'm imagining you wanting to use like a invent or craft.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
8.
Your mind you wrap your mind around this, trying to think of something, and you can't really come up with anything that would kind of be effective for something like this.
Well, that's bullshit. Because I already did.
Like you can't come up with an idea of how to make it work. I mean,
I did. Take some metal poles, slap
oh right,
them on,
okay,
and just
sorry,
splint it.
my
Drill
bad, my bad.
holes, drill some shit through so that it goes through the pole into the stone, and there you go, splint.
As you are kind of like drilling the thing into the pole and through the stone, it does
Making sure
make a
not to hit
grinding
the crystal.
noise. It does make a grinding noise as it does move through the stone.
Daedalus, would you care to try and translate that? Because I can't understand a word he's saying.
I am attempting to. This language is
Trying.
unlike anything I have ever encountered.
Well, it doesn't have vocal cords, so that makes sense.
I am attempting to correlate actions to the sounds that it's made. So far, it's made 352 different grinding noises.
That's a lot of words.
It is most likely a very complex language,
Probably, aye.
or perhaps a single grinding noise can convey a single message.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he's just been screaming infinite curses at us because this hurts like hell. Who knows?
That is most possible.
Alright, there we go. Splint finished?
As you are working on the
Let's-
splint and most likely explain to the scientists your plan,
Yeah.
the head scientist does agree, and him and two of his team will actually be moving out in the explanation mechs with you all.
Yeah.
As they want to figure out what this thing wants to do, and also see if it might lead them to what is going on in the planet itself.
Also, before we do let it out, there is something I want to test.
All right, go ahead.
Once I get the splint on both its legs, because I need to reinforce the other one so it doesn't break it.
Yeah, the other leg is like, it's clear that it's on the verge of what happened to the other very damaged leg.
It gets hinge splints. Both legs get hinge splints.
Nice.
Because this is an attempt to let it walk. So there we go.
After
Alright,
it's
so-
after you get it done, it seems to like move around a little bit, clearly surprised. It faces towards you, and in that kind of dark hole, you don't feel uneasy as it looks down at you.
Vecna is going to stare back. Straight into the empty spot.
Get the feeling that it's thanking you. There's
No
this
worries, bud.
strange feeling that it's trying to say thank you as it makes grinding noises.
Pat. Pat.
It doesn't
Vecna
react to
just-
the pats.
Yeah, Vecna just reaches out and slightly pats it on the face.
It doesn't really react to the pats. On either it doesn't understand it or it just doesn't feel it.
Both are possible. Huh.
All right. So what else are you going to do?
Continual. I guess. I mean, I kind of wanted to see how long it's going to stare. Because we're both just staring into emptiness, because Vecna's still got his mask on, and Vecna's staring into its face.
The staring lasts quite a long time. Roughly 2 hours go by as it just stares at you. Eventually,
This
kind
is
of
fine.
laying down like a horse,
Well, that was odd.
as it just continues to stare at you. The scientist taking notes as you both are having this kind of staring contest.
Daedalus,
Yes.
would you care to replay some of those grinding noises it's made at me?
Of course. So the vocalizer built into your armor repeats some of the grinding noises that it's been saying, and it seems to react to that. The back
There you
stumps
are.
seeming to move back.
Hello. Alright, so that's definitely its language. You getting this, eggheads?
You see two scientists at the top of the crater giving a thumbs up.
Alright, good.
Wait, did the scientists not think of taking a recording and playing it back already?
I think they did, but they just. I mean, I don't think any of them really got into the crater with it, so it was just hearing disembodied voices.
Yeah, remember
Rather,
that
its
this
own
thing unsettles
disembodied
them.
voice.
Anytime this thing stares at them, it's very unsettling.
Like, skin crawl, hairs standing on end, fight or flight response.
Because this thing doesn't have because this thing is an entirely alien being to them.
You ever, like, go into the woods at night and feel like you just shouldn't be there?
No, because I know I shouldn't be there and I don't go into the woods at night.
Yeah, you ever,
so you
like,
do not have white people instinct.
Yeah. I got that instinct when I was younger. whenever I'd be outside in the dark and I'd have my back to a very empty space, I got the very distinct feeling that I should not be there.
Maybe I'm too much on the peasant pill, but I know my place and I know my limitations, and I know that I do best in the sun and in dark. Being in the woods is not the place to be.
So,
Anyways.
so as Daedalus is transmitting back various different grinding noises, it makes more reactions, and eventually that dark space starts to fill with little white lights.
What the fuck? Okay, I don't know if any of you can see this, but something's happening in the face hole.
We're sciencing.
We're
We are indeed
sciencing.
sciencing.
No, your face hole.
Shut the fuck up, Krill.
And eventually, the lights seem to just fade before it moves a bit closer and lightly taps one of its legs against your forehead.
What the fuck?
You have been enlightened, my friend.
And then it sits back down.
Vecna is going to use his mask's built-in data plating to mimic the lights.
As you do, it seems to just look at you and perk up a little bit hearing this. Just seeing this and hearing the noises.
Alright.
One of its back stumps seems to try to move. Then it stops. And you can see a slight shift in it looking down.
Down. What's down, buddy?
It makes more grinding noises. I believe it is upset over something. Perhaps those
Alright.
stumps on its back were meant to house some other limb.
Or they could have been used for further means of communication. Maybe something more to do with this light it's putting out.
Indeed.
Oh my god, that's it. That's it!
What
Its
is?
language isn't just grinding. It's not just a vocal language. This is an entirely different species. Of course it wouldn't play by human rules. It uses vocal and visual means to communicate.
Like a body language and stuff?
Yes, exactly! Without one, the other is useless. Like how fish can communicate through bioluminescence, or insects communicate through bioluminescence. This communicates through auditory and visual mediums. Without one, the other is useless. When you put them together, then you get a whole language. But how
So
do
we're
they
talking to
fit
someone who's
together?
half mute.
Exactly. Essentially. Someone who's half mute, so they use sign language and vocal communication. That would be the closest human equivalent, I suppose.
So it's like talking to an Italian guy with no hands.
What's an Italian? Like the font?
No. I've met a few in my time.
Don't
Very-
ask. She's insane.
Grand gesticulators.
They talk with their hands.
I was able to actually learn a little bit of it. My grammar's a bit shoddy, but I got most of it down.
My
I
grammar's a bit shoddy.
I mean, hey, I've had people mistake me for an Italian with how much I gesticulate.
Oh yeah, that was one thing actually. Like, I just have people keep mistaking me for a Jew. Like last night because they thought I was Jewish because I talk like Ben Shapiro, and I'm like, no, I just get that a lot.
Is that
Like-
in character or?
No, this is out of character. I was
Oh my
playing Arma
God.
last night, and one of the people just in the text chat and stuff who was new to the group just messaged me, "Hey, are you a Jew?" And I'm like,
What the
no.
Who the fuck just asks that? What?
Hey, are you a
What the
Jew?
fuck? Oh my fucking god!
That is legitimately hilarious.
That is so fucking strange. Okay,
Mm.
alright. I don't know how to keep communicating with this thing. Because
Were you able to
it's
figure out a sort of grid that the lights showed up on, or in a space? Potentially try to
actually, yeah, fucking
create
let's
new
analyze
spaces
the
and
lights
new
and the
lights?
sounds at once.
Uh,
'Cause if I'm
Yeah, it's most likely that those lights are maybe not a code, but they're a thing.
correlating to the sounds it makes, yeah.
Bingo, exactly. They
it-
could be like connotation sorts of thingamajigs, or they're the actual meat of it, where the sound is the connotation.
it as far as you can tell, the lights do follow some kind of pattern along with the grinding noises.
Hmm.
Daedalus says that he's starting to make work. He's starting to make a breakthrough, but the amount of different things here proves that it's a very complex, and he's not really sure where to even start to begin a proper translation to even just basic union speech.
Well, Daedalus, lucky you have an NHP with processing capabilities that far outstrip even a quantum computer.
I understand that, child of Ra.
Let's get cracking.
All right, so give me. Do you have any kind of skills that would help in this?
I have stay cool and investigate.
Give me an investigate.
Nat 20!
Dear Lord,
Well, not a nat 20, but I
still
got a 20.
critical.
Eh, great.
So, all right. So
How
over the
quickly do I crack the code?
very quickly,
Fuck yeah! Minutes?
roughly
Like,
it takes
an hour.
roughly an hour.
Alright, sweet.
Over the course, during which towards the end, when you finally have that kind of eureka, figuring out the last bits of it, you figure out the last bit of like connotation and all the little bits about it. You have at least a decent translation idea formed in your head. That is when the next pulse starts,
Oh fuck.
and and what the scientists call Rocky stands up,
Ooh.
turns west, and starts trying to climb out of the hole again.
Alright, it's go time, let's do this!
As soon as you say that, the scientists who had done everything over the course of the last 3 hours had pulled out all the hard drives and important equipment, and also got the personnel back into the
Evacuate.
base. The base has been basically only like 2 people on the top of the crater watching you. As soon as they
Krill,
see this,
time to
they
start
run,
breaking through walls.
and yeah, Krill, you can basically punch through the wall if you want.
It's like punching through rice
That's
paper.
the goal, is to just kind of like
You punch through the wall,
Shred
rip it
through.
open.
Vector is now riding Rocky.
just gonna hop into the hole. By the way, the gunner is a size 3, or not the gunner, Tortuga. I call it gunner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tortuga is a size 3.
Yeah, I know that.
Hop
So
into the
boom.
hole and just give it a little push in the rump.
Push.
It's
Lift.
able to pull itself up thanks to you, and it starts literally running.
How fast is it moving?
It's moving, give or take 100 miles per hour.
Jesus Christ!
This
Alright,
thing
well,
just starts
homunculi
moving.
is,
And missing parts of its legs? Good gravy!
This is with crippled legs with shoddy splints attached.
Yeah, and it just starts moving.
And, automatically homunculi starts fucking galloping. Like,
So-
on all fours, running after it. Vector is holding on for dear life on top of the thing.
Yeah, you just
Ow!
see as soon as like the thing has like stable footing outside the crater, it just bolts out of the hole that Slasher made and just starts running.
Oh shit!
Both
Help!
just like a fucking sprint.
Fucking help, you bastards!
Imagining so as soon as you guys start running, as soon as the thing starts running, the scientists in some of those exploration mechs basically look inside and say, "Come on, let's get moving."
Right, we're
Scramble!
on our way. We're going.
Just Vector over comms.
Yeah.
I'll climb out of the hole and start moving at my incredible speed of 4.
I'm going to
4.
greatly outstrip him with my stunning speed of 5.
Truthfully, you will.
Yes.
You guys are.
And Homunculi leaves you all in the dust with its speed of 7.
The journey roughly takes the journey that this thing takes you through Vector takes roughly an hour as it keeps up the pace.
Jesus fucking Christ.
This entity is extremely fast, even when crippled. This is impressive. You hear
Yeah.
Daedalus say, "There is some panic within that robotic voice."
Yeah, tell me about it. It doesn't have lactic acid, of course it's fast.
Could there be some sort of like
I mean, you don't have
other
lactic
acid maybe
it's
that could
pretty fast.
replace it? Like what's he made out of again?
I
Just like
mean,
a
it's
silicon
not
acid?
organic, so it does. I mean, it's not squishy, so it doesn't have organic limitations.
Are you?
Vector, as
Oh.
you were kind of like having this argument over your comms, this thing jumps over a valley.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Fucking save me from this horrible monstrosity roller coaster!
And eventually it stops, with it
Oh, thank
slowing
God.
down and walking towards a cave entrance.
We found a cave. Rocky's going inside. Help.
It seems
On our way. Just
it
slow up a
seems
wee
to
bit.
Stop.
I can't
And-
control this thing. I don't have reins.
It stops and
Why do you
no
have
go
a mech
button
that
on
you
here.
can't control?
it
There's
sits-
no go button on here. It just goes. It's a horse.
Dude, you need a better mech.
Fuck you. Homunculi as fast as I can get.
Yeah, but also
bench-
like he just takes you on like one-way fun adventures that you don't want to go on.
I'm gonna fucking throw you.
Well, you'd have to not be getting carried by homunculi to do that, wouldn't you?
Soul, that is so mean.
Soul, fuck you.
Look, if he's keeping close enough pace, he might not catch it, and it'd be funny as fuck.
Did I forget to mention the fact that Vector is riding Rocky? Homunculi is
Oh.
the mech that's running, that's chasing it.
You
Oh.
guys,
Oh,
you
we're
guys,
I
riding
didn't
the
realize
your
you were
mechs-
homunculi.
riding.
like the
Gotcha.
mechs are able to find like a part where where this valley like doesn't like dig. You're able to cross over that.
Yeah.
But
You guys have an issue getting over the valley. I don't. I'm on the Rocky Express.
Vector, when the
Yes.
when Rocky slows down, it actually sits down by the cave entrance.
Okay. Vector's just gonna slowly slide off.
I imagine he's like shaking softly.
Very slightly.
It's like, oh my god, what the fuck just happened?
Rocky, what the fuck?
It takes you guys, give or take, roughly 30. It takes you guys roughly like an hour to catch back up. With Rocky just sitting by the cave entrance.
Okay then.
This cave entrance, by the way, is massive.
Oh boy. Like overpass?
Yeah.
Holy shit. This thing is fucking huge.
You do end up noticing as you're kind of like sitting there, you notice that there is a lot of loose rocks and boulders nearby. Almost like this stuff was recently moved.
I'm gonna poke it.
There is no reaction.
Okay, it's just regular rock. Good. I'm gonna go back to Rocky and try and communicate while I wait for for the slowpokes to catch up.
So so using both the grinding noises and mimicking the lights, it also starts to make the grinding noises and make the lights.
Probably asking you why you're just repeating everything he says.
No, because now that I have made a semi-full lexicon, I can make words. And I can do something I've always wanted to do. Have an
The
AI say hello world.
thing is, though, like, do you even know what those words mean? Is the question.
Yes, because I've translated them from
You're able to figure
Cam,
out that whenever
I've translated
any
them
kind
to
of
as
harm
close
was
as
brought
Union
to it in
standard
any
as I
form,
can.
it was just basically cursing. The cursing,
Yeah.
you get the intention that it's cursing, but you have no idea what it's saying when it curses.
Yeah.
It doesn't have its own equivalent of fuck. Or it probably does, but you don't really know for sure.
It doesn't translate to fuck. It just translates to the intention behind fuck.
Yes.
It could be fuck, it could be bollocks, it could be balderdash, it could be gosh diddly darn dang it.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what this is. This is not translation exactly. This is translating the meaning and intent behind a word.
So as you're sitting down and talking to it, and you
Hello.
have Daedalus say "Hello, world," it mimics the same phrase.
Okay. Hello.
What is?
What is what?
It seems to shift itself and move its legs and it points one of its legs at you.
What is me?
Yes.
Me is me.
You is made of shiny.
Metal.
Not no word.
Shiny is metal. Hard, cold stone.
Ah. Thing that runs planet.
Thing that runs planet?
Thing that runs
Explain.
throughout.
Runs throughout. Shining rivers.
Yes.
Yes. Shining rivers, metal. Me, metal.
You come from shining rivers?
No. Come from stars.
It seems to shift itself a little bit, kind of looking up. You from home?
No. Stars, big. Many homes. Not your home.
No. Other home. True home.
True home?
Yes. Where all kind come from.
Raw?
What is Ra?
Ra is God.
Like first.
Perhaps.
Intriguing.
What is first?
First is first. First of kind.
First of kind. First is heart?
It
First is home center.
yes.
First is calling?
We are trying to call first.
First is calling out.
No. We are calling to first.
First not here. First somewhere else?
It you get the feeling that it says yes. Home far, we not met here. We try to call home, but unable.
ET phone home. Sorry, joke.
Joke. Unknown concept.
Joke. Knock knock.
It just looks at you blankly.
Never mind.
We'll explore concept joke later.
Humor. Funny.
Ah. See. As it says that homunculus arrives.
Oh, there's homunculus. Well, that's good.
It seems to shift and look at it. It come from Metal River?
No. Come from my home. Also.
It big. Remind of
Yes.
protector.
Protector?
Protector. It protects shard.
Protector. Protect. Shard. What is shard?
Shard is where we come from.
Shard at center of planet?
Yes. How you know?
Shard make energy.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I do.
We see energy. Follow to center. Not follow. Look to center.
It seems to motion one of its stubs kind of to the cave entrance. That lead down towards shard.
All the way?
No, but we'll get you close. Rest way have to walk.
Walk?
Yes. Walk through cave. Walk through chasm. Walk through till reach center.
Why run?
Run easy up here.
Why run to here?
Because this only way.
Only way to what?
To down.
Why? You want to go down?
I need repair. Only fixers can.
Fixers?
They fix.
You not alone.
They're many. We try call to home.
How many?
I do not know. Big planets.
Okay then. Well,
As it says that, the rest of the party eventually arrives.
you just see Vector sitting in front of this big ass fucking rock creature, flashing a bunch of lights and making grinding noises at it.
The science team kind of like just sits down and watches, taking notes.
Oh, hello guys. You took their fucking time getting here.
Well, we couldn't exactly cross that chasm.
Yeah, just jump it. Rocky managed just fine.
That thing is nearly a mile across.
Fair.
The performance of this creature, even while crippled, is amazing.
Yeah. The things you can do when you're not held back by organic constraints.
Have you been talking to it this entire time?
Yes.
Have you been able to glean anything?
It's been trying. It and its species, which it has very many of, have been trying to call home.
But isn't this their home?
Nope. Apparently not. Now, where they were created,
Daedalus kind of pops up. I believe they were trying to call where the original 5 were sent.
aye, most likely. This could have been a kind of colonial expedition, perhaps? Lost contact with the homeworld.
Could you ask about that then?
Alright. Why all here?
We meant not here. We meant go other place. This place in way. We stuck.
Made mistake.
What is
Shard?
stake?
Mistake. Accident.
Yes.
Unintentional.
Shard came here. Shard not meant for here.
Shard. Where Shard meant for?
Meant for other place in this place.
Green place?
Yes.
Oh.
More meant for green place like home. Or memory of home.
Why this place send thread?
What is thread?
Thread eat green. Burrow. Shot across stars.
We no wish to hurt green. Green nice. Green comfy.
Okay, this is strange. Then why thread here?
It seems to look up a bit. Not know. There's sometime weird thing come on rocks on planet.
Thread already here when Shard arrived?
Not know. But rock burst open, then weird lengthy thing come out. Then die.
Weird lengthy thing is thread.
Think so.
Okay then.
Whenever
So-
weird lengthy thing come out, it stopped being weird.
Stop being weird?
Stop moving.
How? Ah,
Stopped moving. Stopped. It seems to like shake itself side to side.
stop wiggling.
Yes. You can tell that it's kind of saying that with a question mark.
All right then. Interesting. So, turns out they didn't mean to land here at all. They sent a thing called a shard from their homeworld, which I suppose their shard is sort of a colony ship or something, a sort of replicator, I suppose. They sent that with the intention of landing on Pern, but instead, this planet got in the way. And so they landed here instead. They've been trying to call home ever since. I assume those energy pulses are sort of how they call home.
I see. The amount of energy it's sending out, though, it's
A lot of energy. Aye.
yes, and it's clear that it's being sent out. The energy's even been detected by Eden in the fleet. Still
Mhm.
quite incredibly strong. So, what's stopping it?
Where home?
Home out there. Home far.
How far?
It seems to pause for quite a bit. It many bright things away.
Stars.
Yes.
Many stars away. Oh. Well, I think I figured out why they haven't been able to reach home.
How come?
Multiple fucking home is multiple solar systems away, possibly light years.
Yeah, I think that could do it.
Despite the amount of energy they're putting out, by the time it reaches home, it would be nearly unintelligible. It would have dissipated so far, it would just show up as background radiation at that range.
And these pulses are what's causing the thread fall?
Possibly, but I don't believe so. If the pulses caused the thread fall, then it would be rapid every 3 hours. The thread fall seems unconnected. Question. Know
Yes.
why lengthy things appear?
They come on rocks when we pass through other rocks.
Oh. God damn it. The thread are in the asteroid fields, not from the planet. The asteroids get caught in the gravitational pull of the planet. They get pulled in, then when it gets close to Pern, it gets slung out. That's what threadfall is. It's a slingshot. The thread aren't from the red planet. They get caught in the red planet's gravity well and then pulled into Perns.
And they end up landing on this planet to try and get off of that one?
I am very happy that you finally figured it out.
Fucking hell. What'd you say, Kim?
And they end up coming onto the dragon planet by accident trying to get off the red one?
Not quite. So imagine, you know the concept of a gravity slingshot, yes? Or
Vaguely,
a
yeah.
slingshot maneuver, using the gravity of like a star to slingshot yourself around it.
Yeah.
Imagine it's like that. The red planet passes through the asteroid field. The asteroids slam down. Some of them land on the planet. Some get caught in the gravity well. Those that get caught in the gravity circle the planet, building up momentum. Then the red planet brings itself close enough to Pern. The two gravitational forces pull, and the asteroids held in high enough orbit above the red planet get pulled towards Pern. It's like a delayed reaction gravity slingshot. This planet, due to its orbit around the sun, through no fault of its own, or these lithoids, has been bringing the thread, and it's likely that it's possible that the thread would have come on their own due to shifting orbits. But if we can adjust the orbit of this planet to avoid connecting with the asteroid field, they'd be completely removed. Just a slight, few gravity thrusters here and there across the planet to adjust its orbit, and
The red
problem
planet,
solved.
right? Because I
Yes.
feel like because I feel like changing the orbit of Pern may have ecological
Obviously, I mean the red
consequences.
planet. If we move it into the same Goldilocks zone as Pern, then not only would it solve the issue of intersecting with the asteroid fields, it could possibly begin to support life. And
You
with
make
the
moving a
large,
planet sound easy.
I mean, considering the materials and technology we have, it is. Once we set up a blink gate, moving this planet would be child's play.
It looks you and starts asking, "What you saying?"
You understand saying. Not understand. Understand that I am saying.
Yes.
Interesting. Uh, lengthy things hurt Green World. We help Greenworld try to stop wiggly things. Now, know how.
That good.
Very good. And soon, maybe, be able to bring green here.
They're green here? That'd be nice.
Possibly. Maybe. Chance. Chance.
I see. Hmm. Crystal, me still wonder, why are you so interested in planets if wiggly things not fault?
Planet new. Unique. Never seen you before.
Ah, we never see thing like you or them either.
Exactly. Metal shells, not actual bodies. Shells. Keep safe. Underneath, soft. Squishy. Them. Me, metal all the way through.
I see. Hmm. Ask help.
Kelp?
Ask,
Help?
ask
What?
help to fix her.
What do you mean?
It kind of looks back. It kind of shifts a little to look back at its damaged legs.
Oh, you want us help you get to fix her.
Yes. Fixer know how to fix. Will fix me.
Okay.
Do
All
you,
right, guys, let's go help this fucking thing to get to its doctors.
what was it asking?
It asked for us to help it to a fixer, which is its name for doctor.
Oh,
Curious, but I've heard crazier things.
Yeah,
that's a interesting name for something like that.
Well, you need someone who needs fixing.
exactly. Someone needs fixing, you make a fixer. Or
It's like
Yeah.
calling a doc a healer.
doctors heal, fixers fix,
Huh.
protectors protect.
But-
Also, we might run into guards.
Guards?
There's apparently something about the size of about the size of my mech called a protector.
Odd.
My money's on a big rock thing.
Probably, yeah.
The creature stands up and motions towards the cave entrance.
Hello. Alrighty, let's go.
And it starts leading you all through the cave. It is a dark. After a certain point, it gets very, very dark. With the cave being, with the cave being quite, with the cave having enough room for your guys' mechs to move through with ease.
Nice.
Huh. This is a natural formation for the most part, from the looks of it.
I doubt it's natural.
Hmm.
Most likely, these guys just shaped it out.
Sir, this is actually the cave where we found this thing.
Yeah, most likely they shaped it out like this.
Did you find it like it is now? Yeah. It was covered in boulders, and we saw movement, we thought it was some sort of void-worn life. And then, well,
Yeah,
Well, turns out it was this thing.
It is very possible that these creatures shaped the caverns like this, or the crystal did instead.
Eventually after a good hour trudging through darkness, where you guys most likely turn on lamps and everything, you all are greeted by a
Lamp.
quite beautiful sight.
Oh.
Grilled cheese sandwich.
As the cave opens up
grilled
into a
cheese.
massive cavern,
Ooh.
and you see this massive crystal pillars going from place to place all over, and
Whoa.
you can see no end to them.
Whoa.
Each direction you look, you see no end, and no matter which direction you look, it seems like it goes on forever.
Wow.
Along the crystal pillars, you see more of this creature walking along them.
Well,
Some seeming to carry some sort of cable made of stone and crystal, plugging them and shoving into the crystals.
what the fuck? Well, ta-da!
I would like to approach one of the pillars and tap it with my knife.
Are you gonna fucking lick it?
No, no, no. I'm getting a gauge of its hardness.
You hear both. There's a very satisfying vibration from the crystal, along with your knife.
Oh, you're getting those good vibrations.
Good vibes.
It is
Hey,
very solid.
Vector, do some math. If I attempted to like take a chunk out of this for the scientists, would it collapse the cave?
One moment. Hey, Rocky! Hold up, buddy.
It kind of stops and looks back.
What crystals?
Crystals, everything. Us, planet, shard, energy, everything.
Food?
No. But food.
Food. Consume to survive.
We no need.
That makes sense.
Does it though? I mean, like, how can any sort of creature move things without an energy source to fuel it? That's like
Yeah.
thermodynamics and stuff.
Yes, this is why Silicon Life is such a big deal. This is why natural silicon-based life is such a big fucking deal.
Shouldn't Silicon Life still follow the rules of thermodynamics?
But it doesn't!
I just feel like they're hacking.
Join the club.
Now, I'm not a smart man, right? But what if, hear me out, they use a sort of
It's more likely that they
A
just
sort
get
of-
energy from the crystals and use that instead.
I was going to say an odd form of photosynthesis.
Crystal synthesis?
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
But
The
anyways, yeah, I'll
question-
take my knife and like chunk a little bit out.
That,
And-
not yet!
As
No, no,
you
no,
attempt
just
to,
tiny
one of
little
the
bit.
nearby ones moves up and kind of like bats you away.
Smack.
The guy like bats your mech away with its arm. You see that this one actually has a blue crystal running through it.
Ooh.
All right.
Hey, Krill, don't piss off the natives.
Look, I'm not trying to piss him off. All right, fine. How about this?
At
I'm gonna look
least
around the
let
ground
me
to see if there's
ask.
like a teeny tiny one first.
Let me ask. Fuck's sake. Rocky,
Yes.
can we take piece of crystal
Not whole. Whole needed.
Not whole, piece. Small.
Hmm. Rocky seems to think for a moment before moving up to the other one that's being very protective of the nearby crystal that it just keeps batting away at Slasher. You see, this one actually has some sort of like tendrils on its back that end in
Oh.
what look like spearheads.
Oh.
It looks down at Rocky and then they start to communicate. It is very fast for them, as you have a
Mm,
hard time keeping up.
Study, study, study. Natural
Alright, fucking
communication
tussle
between
with
two of
this
them.
rock.
It's supposed to be I'll, as in I will, if I need to.
Yeah.
I fucking tussle with this rock.
Not to like kill it, but like bare knuckle wrestle it.
Oh my god.
And before you know it, Vector, it looks back to you. It's a they say bring peace from growing one.
Okay.
And the one with the blue crystal seems to climb up the crystal and disappear into the massive maze that's before you all.
Wait. It bring peace or we
Yes.
bring peace? Okay. Krell? Krell!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumbass. Don't touch the rocks. Big Blue is gonna bring one back for you.
Oh, you mean like this, and I just place my open palm on it?
I swear to God, if you fuck this up.
As you guys are having this discussion, the one with the blue crystal kind of climbs down, holding up a shard of some kind, a shard of crystal that has a pink hue to it in its
Huh?
tentacles,
Get your fucking hands off the rock.
and it tries to bat away once more at Slasher.
Vector's just gonna grab him by the scruff of the neck and pull him back.
Grab him by his mech scruff.
Yank.
Are
And
you
if-
all familiar with Scrappy Doo?
Yes.
Yeah, put him up. Put him up. I'll fight you.
And it actually hands you the crystal.
Thank you.
Vector, ask them about how big is this chunk of crystal.
It's roughly 3 feet tall, 2 feet wide.
Okay.
Jesus.
Vector, ask them what happens if break.
What happens if break crystal?
Crystal damaged, need to be fixed. Fixing these hard. These needed to do other fixing.
Don't break these.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
As you and the blue one starts to climb back up, and then grabs what looks to be like some sort of stone and crystalline cable, and then disappears once more into that kind of maze of crystal spires.
Alright, Krill. Don't touch the crystals. They are very particular about their shiny rocks.
All right.
And if you get into a fight with one of these things, I am going to stand by and laugh as you get your ass handed to you.
Could probably put up a good fight, but we'll have to see.
Alright, let's keep going.
You guys are able to one moment. Sorry, my brain having to catch up a moment. Rocky leads you down ledges and over crystal spires, letting you know that these are okay to walk on. So long as you don't damage them, it's okay.
Alrighty then.
and will basically guide you until you reach a part of the cavern that is pretty clear of the crystals,
Oh.
and where you see
Close.
hundreds of these things moving about, doing all kinds of things. And as you guys enter this town, as you guys enter this, pretty much what you guys would equivalent to a town, another pulse of energy goes through, and this time the systems in your mechs just start to glitch a little.
Okay.
As
That's
this pulse of
a lot.
energy just flows throughout the crystal. The crystal's growing bright as the energy flows throughout this place.
Alrighty.
And eventually, when it eventually stops, all your mechs just seem to return to normal. With the scientists stating that there is even more energy detected from here.
Yeah, we're closer to the sources, not having to travel through fucking tons of rock. Makes sense.
Yeah, this is. Even the shard was lighting up when the scientists and the mechs, and when the exploration mechs holds up the shard.
Yeah.
Rocky moves into the town or the village, I guess would be a more applicable term. And many of its kind gather around it. All of them flashing lights and making grinding noises. With you,
No, I
able
feel a little
to
out of place here.
with
Yeah,
you
join the
with
club.
with Vector actually able to pick up a few things like where have you been? You've been gone for so long, and other things, wondering about the injuries and also the weird things on him.
Yeah.
And eventually, Rocky turns towards you, Vector, and starts to say, and then says, "Thank you. They are wondering what you are. I try to explain, but they no understand. Think you from home."
Ah. Right. I suppose I can explain. Okay. So,
Do you try to enter the village as you try to explain?
no, I don't want to get surrounded by giant rock creatures that could possibly stampede. Communication, engage.
All right. As you are kind of like standing at the entrance to this village, you kind of realize that the rock formation looks a little odd, like nearby the entrance.
Odd how?
Odd and it just looks weirdly differently shaped compared to the rest.
Examination time.
Alrighty then, give me a investigate. That is a
Nat 20!
That's a net 20 on top of a crit. Alright, you realize that this thing is much bigger than the main ones that you've seen and has a more humanoid shape to it. It has, and you can clearly see that it is watching you.
Oh! That's a protector!
Its crystal is a mixture of blue. The two, actually see two. One on each
Oh.
side. Both of them having a mixture of colors ranging from red, blue, green, all the way, and some other weird color combinations, but it seems to just flow in them, like bismuth.
Hello!
They stand silent, watching.
That's terrifying.
I
All
will
right.
wave to them.
They do not react. They are simply watching Vecna.
I don't care.
Great. This is slightly terrifying. All right,
Is
time to
that
go talk to the
one-
crowd.
What soul?
is that one I can-
Soul has
reset
reached
your
robot
radio.
nirvana.
Reset your radio, Soul.
I mean, that's one way to reset the radio.
You there?
Soul.
I don't know. I think it's maybe his Wi-Fi's being weird. Oh, there you go.
Better?
Yeah.
Hello.
Cool. I said, is that big one I can fight?
No.
As you ask
No
that
problem.
question, Soul, you see Vector actually notices the protectors shift a little,
Oh god.
each having one hand extending out of where they are.
Mm,
These things are oddly humanoid, from what you can tell.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, I
Rocky
don't like
seems
that.
to look. Rocky gives some flashes that indicate some nervousness.
Oh, I
Protectors
don't
no
like that.
like.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't like this. Krill, don't fight the giant guardian rocks.
All right.
Please.
Fine.
All right,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go talk
over
to
and
the
I'm gonna
crowd
just
now.
like push crystals around on the ground.
Just fucking kicking pebbles around like an upset child.
No, like squatted down, kind of like pushing them around with my finger.
I just imagine you doing that on a mech and it looks hilarious in my mind.
Mm.
This makes me think of the fucking Iron Giant.
Lamau. Anyways, I'm gonna go talk to the crowd and explain.
How many
do you
different colored
explain?
crystals are there here?
You are seeing a huge spectrum of colors.
Rainbow.
But noticeably, red is nowhere to be seen except for on the Guardians, or the Protectors. But their red seems very subdued.
That's interesting.
Hey Vector, do you have UVIR optical options?
Of course I do.
What happens if you turn that on?
I
What is
don't
UVIR?
know.
So
Ultraviolet.
basically, we as humans see in infrared. If you turn on UV, ultraviolet, you can see more color.
Ultraviolet infrared spectrums.
I thought we don't see in infrared and we see in just like the visible spectrum.
Or, yeah,
which is
yeah,
why
yeah,
it's called
We
the
visible
see
visible
in our
spectrum, 'cause you
visible
can see.
spectrum. Infrared is thermals, but UV is essentially an
Different
entire
wavelength.
other spectrum of color.
Yeah, it's something else. We don't really jive with it because eyes are like, dang, bro, that's unpleasant.
Yeah, we can only see on our visible spectrum, as can most animals, but creatures underwater like mantis shrimp can see in both our visible spectrum and ultraviolet spectrums.
And some, like sharks, can just like sniff out the electronic pulses from things moving.
Yeah,
So, like,
they
'cause-
they sort of see in electrical signals.
Yeah, like you
That
know how
is
like
weird.
oh, it's
Yes,
really
it's
weird. Like you know
very
how like your
strange.
brain releases electric pulses that go to the nerves and stuff like that, which causes your muscles
Yeah.
to move.
Sharks
That's the-
see that.
They can like sniff or see that pulse, which is pretty
don't-
nuts.
They don't see you as you would see you. They see you as electrical impulses going along your nervous system.
they see movement and can probably judge, by the size of the movement. If it's small movement, they can be like, okay, that's food. Or like, oh, that's a seal-sized movement, or that's a movement the size of a whale. I should probably not bother him.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna turn on the UV and see what I see.
You see
Yeah,
some of the more lighter colors, like that. As you look out, you see some of the more lighter colors, and like they are much brighter or different color entirely.
Oh,
I don't know too much about UV colors, so I can't really describe them too much.
certain some rocks
UV is
give
more
off
on the purple
light
side
when
of the
in
spectrum.
ultraviolet light.
All right, all right. Yeah, you see like different, like entirely different shades of purple than what you're used to seeing, and
Hold on. I'll
Yeah.
show you a thing.
yeah, please
because
do because I want to
I
be more
actually-
accurate to this. I never thought about this. Apologies.
Yeah. Certain rocks give off fluorescence when under UV light.
Yeah, you see something like that, but in their crystal.
God damn. Oh, holy shit. Daedalus. Run the lexicon we have now through, translate it with a UV spectrum edition.
Of course. And he starts running that.
Of course. Of course. Rocks wouldn't see in just a visible spectrum. They'd also see in an ultraviolet spectrum because they're rocks. So it makes sense that their language would also have an element based in the ultraviolet spectrum, likely having to do with the lights in their face hole.
So you're able to run that through, and you suddenly get a much more clear speech. It's slow, with Daedalus basically analyzing what they're meaning and trying to correlate the different colors to more meanings and possibly even fuller words.
Well, yeah. It's slow, but it's a much more complete lexicon
Yeah.
than the broken English we had originally. Well, now that I have a much more complete lexicon, time to start talking. I'm gonna go say hi to that big crowd of rock people.
They just look out, and you see them just kind of like doing their own equivalent of muttering.
Hello.
You see a few flashes and grinds that mean hello as well.
Pleasure to meet you all. I am Vector.
There is a bit of a Rocky actually tries their best to translate that.
Don't worry about it. Just call me Shiny for now.
They all seem to agree with the consensus. Yeah, shiny, that works. They are shiny.
A lot of you seem to have questions. I am willing to answer.
As you say that, you hear a much louder grinding from behind the crowd, and the entities start moving back. You see a very roughly humanoid shape
Ooh,
walk forward.
one of the protectors?
No, it is small
Oh,
compared to the rest. It's roughly 6 foot.
that's tiny.
Yes. You see that it's very rough in terms of its form. Very angular
What the
as
fuck?
it moves up. And you see the lights. It has, and where roughly the head, you don't see a hole, but you see a crystal. With tiny lights appearing in and out of it.
Hello.
I am the elder of this village.
Oh,
I guide my people when I can, with the way I can. I'll ask a majority of the questions.
alrighty.
We are wondering, where are you from? if not from home, as this one claims.
Different home. Stars are the space. Space is big, very, very big. There are many homes out there, too many to count or name.
I see. Oh, then, if not from our home, you are from another home, your own?
Yes,
Hmm. Could you help us to our home to gain
Of course.
contact?
of course.
For a bit of reference for everyone, this is the only image I have because every other image for for a humanoid lithoid is just points me to Solaris, and that's not what I'm looking for.
Mm.
Uh, here's a decent reference, except it is much more, kind of like, androgynous looking. It's
Ah,
much more
got it.
androgynous, and its crystal color is a light blue.
Got it, got it.
I'll also show this to the stream just to help.
Also, interesting thing, certain insects use ultraviolet lights.
That's actually interesting.
Hmm.
But yeah,
And fish can do it too.
yeah. Just imagine this, but more androgynous.
Cool.
I see. But so, do you know if home knows of our call?
No.
Hmm.
It's likely that due to the range, your call never even registered as a call for them. Due to
Yes.
the distance, and despite the amount of energy you're putting out being massive, due to the distance and it not being focused, it most likely just seems like essentially background noise to whoever is at home.
Nice.
Unless they specifically knew what they were looking for and knew that you were calling out, they would have no idea it was you.
The knowledge stated that we would be able to reach home.
The knowledge, you were also planned to land on a much different world.
Yes. The knowledge that the shot has granted stated as much.
It's very possible that due to the world you landed on, the shard can't adequately put out the required type of call.
Maybe. If that is so, then we are without call to home, without connection to the first.
The first, right. Maybe not.
The entity looks up. How so?
Okay, so if you can focus the beam, focus the energy released into a sort of cone, and aim it at the general direction of where home should be, then just by focusing the energy slightly, you would be able to have a much higher chance of the energy being picked up.
I see.
It's I'm not sure if this shard or crystal is able to, but if you can, then this could massively improve your chances of home detecting your call.
As you are suggesting this, the person that has designated themselves the elder seems to turn to one of the others and starts asking them about one that you see, specifically one that has a kind of bluish green crystal. They seem to ask about would it be possible to construct something, what materials would be needed, yada, and lots of information that is lots of terms that you do not recognize at all.
Oh boy.
Even Daedalus is confused by this. There's even like different terms for stuff that you know about. It's completely like it is complete gibberish to you.
Oh boy.
We may be able to.
Well, that's good.
But to be done, we must reach the crystal, the shard, and its protector has been uncooperative of late.
Oh boy.
The protector of the shard
Uncooperative.
has been
How?
too protective, you could say.
Ah.
Not even I am allowed near it anymore.
Oh, that's
I have a request, if it is at all possible.
Yes.
Would you be able to bring one of us to it, to the shard? We will guide you to it, but we
Sure.
must have contact with the shard in order to complete such a project.
Sure. Hey, Krell. Turns out you're gonna get to fight one of these rock things after all.
Hell yeah.
Well, maybe. Yeah, no worries. We can bring one of your people to this shard.
I thank you. As he says that, you see the two tendrils on his back slam into the ground and pierce it.
Yeah, okay.
And as that happens, the two protectors seem to pull back into their what kind of seem more as you look at them as alcoves in the walls.
Alrighty then.
Though they are still looking at you and everyone else, they do not seem to be hostile.
Yeah. Freaky.
I have ordered them to stand down. They are protective of us, after all.
Yeah, makes sense.
As he says, he turns to the others in the crowd and gives them orders, and they start moving around. With Rocky being taken away by one with another one with a green hue to their crystal.
Ah. Alrighty then.
And they start to disperse into the town and up the walls and into different tunnels.
Okay then.
They'll begin construction of what is necessary.
Alright.
Please come.
Okay.
He waves you all into the village. The scientists falling behind, being very unsure of what is going on.
Let's go!
All right.
The scientists
Onwards to
begin
Rocky victory.
The scientists are like studying like the layout of what seem like buildings, and notice that a few of the more common rock creatures seem to be like sleeping in alcoves, just like the protectors.
Cool. I'm gonna put like a stripe on Rocky.
You just like hop out, get a paintbrush, and just paint it on him.
Yeah, just paint a stripe on him.
I have stickers if you want.
Yeah, we can slap some stickers on him too.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of Salty BK Dan's friend lock thing. And how one of his friends was a is that crab Pokemon that has like a rock on its back?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like covered in like bedazzling beads and stickers.
Wow.
And that's what you guys are doing to Rocky as the fixer is
Yeah.
trying
I'd
its
offer
best
him
to fix Rocky.
I'd offer him Reese's peanut butter cups, but I don't think that he's interested.
I don't think he can eat.
That also.
Uh, so as you are, so as you guys are doing that, you actually get to see firsthand what their medicine is like. What can be
Alrighty.
called medicine for them. You see, the fixer is gathering up different materials such as other crystal. It actually gathers up other crystal and stone, and an entire new limb, an entire limb as well.
Mm.
With you noticing that the spear tip on one of the tendrils starts to glow a bit, as it will move up and cut off the rest of the broken limb,
Oh.
and will move the new one into place. And you notice as it does this, it seems to move some sort of crystal vial over and puts a few drops onto the seam, and it starts to glow. And then the crystal is fused together.
Oh, that's new.
That in the grayed out crystal on the new limb starts to be flowed with the green of Rocky.
Cool. Well, that's unique.
The fixer seems to notice your interest. It is how we work. We do not know why. This liquid seems to help us.
What is it?
He kind of like moves the vial over. This vial, by the way, is roughly like
The size of a basketball?
give or take, yeah. It's like two basketballs on top of each other.
God damn.
Do you try to examine the liquid?
Yeah, sure.
Give me an investigate check for that.
Alrighty. 13.
You realize that it is mineral rich water, like heavy mineral rich water. That like what you would find in mineral dense pools and caves.
Huh. Interesting.
It is rare, but it is necessary for fixing, or else take too much time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The fixer repeats the process for the back limbs as well, able to procure two more new tendrils for Rocky, and will actually place a stone onto the limb that still has the crystal intact.
Yeah.
And slowly, as is working, you watch as the stone starts to shift and form around the crystal,
Okay.
eventually forming a very rough approximation of its legs.
Neat.
Soul, what are you doing while he is doing this?
I'm
Probably
watching
shadow
Rocky pull
boxing.
medicine. Shadow boxing, of course.
Hey, you told me I might get a fight one of these fuckers. I gotta be ready.
Uh-huh.
Imagine you're shadow boxing in front of one of the protector's alcoves. Is that what you're doing, Soul?
Yeah, that, and I'm also like, throwing around my my catalytic hammer.
Oh, nice.
That's my main mount, and then I have the deck sweeper automatic shotgun.
Yeah, not bad.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm shadowboxing.
Nice.
uh, anything that you're doing around besides stickering and bedazzling Rocky?
Um, not much. I honestly may just try inspecting various types of candy or snacks to see if there's anything that he would be interested in.
Rocky shows no interest in any of the snacks that you're trying to present to him.
Rock candy.
Do you attempt to try rock candy?
Yeah.
He just seems to look at it weird. Before turning to Vector and asking, why it look like stone if not?
It type of crystal.
It useful?
Eh, for us, yes.
What
For
use for?
you, food.
Ah. Tell her me no eat?
Not most common. Yeah. Rocky doesn't eat.
Oh. I guess I wanted to see if he could have something. That's a bummer.
I'm just imagining you're trying to stick it into like that hole in the head.
At least I'm holding it close there. I'm not just gonna like poke it into his face.
So you guys are enjoying and so after Rocky has been fixed, as the fixer says, he moves out and has a much more steady pace in their walking. There isn't a limp anymore.
Cool.
As you two walk out of the basically clinic, you just see these beings just moving around with a great pace,
Oh.
carrying carrying different stone, crystals, cables, all kinds of stuff.
Fast.
With the scientists actually piping up and saying, they apparently are doing something on the surface as well.
Yeah, they're trying to focus the energy.
Will this be I'm currently getting some images, and you see, he kind of sends them to you as you see them building a giant crystal pointing outwards.
Yeah, that fits with what I told them to do.
With you seeing these snaking cables all along it as they're building it.
Okay then.
My colleagues on top are a little worried about what they're doing.
They're building a focusing crystal.
Isn't that kind of what we do in order to make laser weaponry?
Kind of. Oh shit. We should probably order the fleet to get out of the way.
I'll ask the research station to relay that order.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in orbit,
Oh god.
Eden, we're going to need you to move the fleet for a bit. Why? The local life forms are building a focusing crystal at the behest of Vector.
Oh god.
Building a focusing crystal for what? For the energy? They're trying to contact their home, I think I was told.
ET phone home.
Okay. This is another one of Vector's harebrained ideas, I see. I'm just not going to ask any questions.
Every one of Vector's brains is a harebrained idea.
Hey!
I
That.
Am
don't
I
know
wrong?
what to say. I am concerned. This should be interesting to see, at least. As the fleet moves its position in the system to make sure it doesn't come anywhere near what the predicted arc of the beam is going to be.
That's good.
By the way, up top it looks like one of those Lego minor crystals.
Oh god.
It's like kind of what it generally looks like up top.
Oh boy.
Now then, you eventually are. All of you are called in by the elder with a few more of the rock creatures summoning you all.
Alrighty.
The elder will explain that he is the one who has to go to the crystal, as he is the one most connected to it.
Hmm.
The shard
Alrighty.
is a piece of our home in a sense, and I am the
Alright.
firstborn of it, so I am the most connected, you see.
Alright. Good news. He's about human-sized, yeah?
Yeah, he's roughly like 6 feet tall.
Perfect. I can fit him in my mech so he won't get squished. Because I have an expanded compartment, which means I have an extra seat that can fit a human.
Alright, so as you are picking up him, your mech signifies that he is denser than he looks.
That's fine.
As you're able to put him in, and he is very confused by what you're wanting him to do.
Just stay there until the protector is dealt with.
I see. As he just looks around, just very confused by what he is seeing in general.
Yeah, don't worry, everyone's confused.
The scientist, one of the scientists actually volunteers to go with you to see the battle and see what, just basically to see the shard and also to see the battle.
Alright, cool.
Alright then. And so you all set out to. Yeah, don't worry, Soul. And he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be fine.
So you all
What's up with Soul?
start walking through the giant chasm once more, with you seeing the massive crystals, all seeming to as you realize that the crystals all lead towards you realize that the crystals start pointing towards the center of the planet.
Oh.
Some even go with you even seeing some that make a straight there's a straight line from the core to what can pass as near surface.
Alrighty then.
With as you start to go deeper and deeper over the course of the hours, there's more pulses are being sent out.
Oh boy.
Of course, during the standard intervals.
Yeah.
But as you go deeper and deeper, the colors just seem to shift in an ominous way. With you actually seeing a few grayed out bodies of these stone creatures.
Oh. That's not good.
You see they are very far and few between as you travel, and even when you make a rest, it is still unnerving to see them. The darkness having completely left the hole, and they're just gone.
Empty.
Yeah, empty.
Oh dear. Well, that's not good.
When you make a rest near one, you see the elder actually seeming to kneel in front of it and just go silent.
Oh boy.
Do any of you do anything as he is doing this?
And I give him a little pat on the shoulder.
He will look up to you, and you see this light starting to glow along his face. Well, along the crystal that is his face.
Actually,
Should I back up?
No. I think you're fine.
Okay.
Uh,
You say
I'm
so.
I'm gonna try poking the corpse with the crystal.
the crystal from the set that the scientist got.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
Damn it.
The elder looks at you and the lights start flashing. It is no use. They are gone to the first now.
Right. Well then.
He kind of explains that once they are too damaged to ever continue, that they know that their life seems to leak. Too much damage to their crystal and they are gone. Life leaking out of them.
Oh. All right then.
I am sorry if that is an odd concept to you.
No, it's not.
It is not.
It's death.
No. We do not have such a word.
Death, the cessation of self, the end of a life.
Ah, I see. A fitting word.
Yeah.
I do wonder, where could such word come from?
I'll explain later.
Oh, sorry, someone just texted me something. I'm responding.
No worries. Oh, God, my neck.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Mm.
So the traveling continues, and it takes roughly a few days of travel. As you get closer and closer towards the shard, as they call it, the more bodies of their kin you see, and even a few who are seeming to pull themselves from the walls, but are half formed and are dead.
Okay.
As you are walking along, give me a general D20 roll, both of you.
All right.
Ryan?
Sure.
You're not.
Oh, I gotta do it in the roll 20, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
This is why you don't close out.
I understand this is like heavy RP hour. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait, any addition to that or just the 20?
Just a 20.
Oh, I put it in. I didn't seem to.
Odd. Slash R D1D20.
/ roll 1d20.
Oh. I was using exclamation points, and there's my answer. 1.
Alrighty then.
/ roll d20.
I'm not happy, Bob.
Neither of us rolled well, alright?
You all continue to walk for a bit. That is until you hear screaming behind over the radio.
Oh, fuck.
And
God damn it.
do you guys turn around to see what's going on?
Obviously!
You see the scientist who is still holding on to that crystal, studying it over the course of the days. You watch as the crystal starts to break into the exploration mech.
What?
It starts just breaking into and starting to form along its arm.
Excuse me?
That's not good.
As in growing?
Yes.
Oh!
It starts growing throughout as as the scientist starts panicking and tries to get out of the mech, and the crystal just starts growing over and in it.
I have a plan.
Until he. All right.
I also have a plan.
What are you planning?
I've got a lot of micro missiles. If it's on his arm, I'm going to use the micro missiles to try and blow his arm off.
I have a better plan. I have a sword.
Yeah, that's fair.
As you guys, as you rush forward, Vector, you see as the crystal just starts to creep even closer to the cockpit, to the main
Slice!
body in the cockpit. Give me a roll.
Ah! What is with this fucking horrible shit?
Language.
As you
swear
try
to God.
as you try to hit it, you
Hold
find
on,
that you
maybe
find the
maybe
crystal
it'll work
having
better.
moved past the joint, and it blocks your blade.
Can I try using the missiles now?
No!
And it starts-
I'm right next to it!
It starts
They're
growing
micro
over the
missiles. You'll be
body of the mech,
fine.
That doesn't fucking matter.
and
I
it
mean, it
starts
kind of
to-
does.
Doesn't fucking matter.
It starts to grow over the mech as the scientist is able to finally pull on the emergency release, and as he's pulling himself out,
Grab.
as you go to grab him, you see a red spray all over the camera of your cockpit,
Ah, what the shit?
and as soon as it clears, you see the scientist looking up horrified as you see a crystal pierce his chest. And
What
pull him
the
back
fuck?
in.
No, you fucking don't. Because now Vecna is getting out and he's using the high frequency blade. Slice!
You are trying to cut off the arm again.
No, the crystal.
You are just able to cut the crystal as it's trying to pull him back in, and you see that it's punctured his hard suit. The part of the crystal that you're able to slice off that is still in him starts to spread throughout him.
And that's getting pulled out.
All right. Give me a what would be a good check for this?
Patch.
Yeah, patch.
9.
You're able to pull it out of him, but by the time you're able to finally get out of him, you see that it's already started to spread.
What the fuck? Well, time to start pulling out more!
How about, can I try to help, given that I've got the, like, manipulator arms and stuff?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you
Sure.
can also get out of the mech.
Dude,
We've
I am
both
not
got hard
touching that
suits.
stuff.
Fuck it, fine, I'll do it.
I'm still gonna try and do it. Do I get any benefits to my roll?
No.
No, it's just a flat D20 because
13.
Both of you working together are able to start pulling the shards that are growing out of him, and eventually it stops, but there's still just this. But you notice that his right arm is just deformed.
Okay, slicey slicey.
Alright.
This is the wonderful thing about having flash clones.
So you're able to slice
Sure
it
that
off.
that's not any sort of comfort to him.
You're able to
Yeah, I
slice
know.
it off with ease as the hard suit engages like auto preservation protocols, and the holes are starting to be sealed up. And he looks up to you with a very anemic look.
Okay, you're gonna be fine, buddy. Fuck.
As you are saying that, the part of the arm that you cut off, you see that it's full of the crystal. Whatever just happened, it was horrific.
Okay, Hey, Elder! What the fuck?
You see colors along the face that say worry and panic.
Explain what the fuck just happened.
I do not know.
You don't know. How do you not know? We got that crystal from one of your people.
This is the crystal grows. It's never done anything like that. As
The
he points
fuck?
to the mech that is like has this crystal growing out of it as it's shifting around in the mech.
All right, nope, no way, nuh-uh, not dealing with this. I am not fucking dealing with this.
So I'm guessing you're destroying that exploration mech.
Yes.
You are. It's close enough that you don't really need to roll. Don't worry. As you level up this cannon and you're
Yeah.
able to destroy it. It's the crystal having settled, but it is now just it is now mostly destroyed.
Mostly melted to slag.
Yeah.
Okay.
And something between the difference between silicon and carbon.
Yes. Okay. No one is taking any more samples until we get the fuck out of here and get some actual hard suits. Because if a sharp rock can punch through that suit, I don't want to know what an angry sharp rock will do.
As you are kind of like, and as you are kind of like throwing the shard that you pulled out of the guy, you notice that it is very, very sharp, like obsidian sharp.
Hmm. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. This is just fantastic.
I hope you like this shit. I have spent a long time coming up with it.
This is not good. But I do have ideas. So, you know, that's a thing.
Do you mind if I pry what those ideas are?
I'll tell you after the session. Anyways, we're gonna have to continue on. Haran, can you take this guy?
He looks half dead at this point.
Just kind of hold him with the manipulators.
Haran?
Kim,
Yeah,
focus.
I am focused.
No, you're not. You didn't respond when I told you.
Okay, sorry.
Take the scientist, because I can't hold him and my extra compartment is being occupied by the elder.
That's fair. I
The
can bring him
Elder is
with.
very much horrified by this sight.
Yeah.
He just
I will
doesn't know
just-
what to say.
I don't have an extra compartment, so I will just have to resort to
Holding him with the
Yeah.
bleh,
manipulators.
Yes. Anyways, it's times like
hold
these
on.
when I'm glad my mech is made of hyper-aggressive nanomachines. Because if my mech got infected, it would just consume.
Yeah. You as you were like pulling the crystals out, you noticed that your nanomachines were literally fighting against whatever the fuck just happened.
I'm just gonna shoot it again for extra measure.
Yeah, you slag what's left of it. You're able to destroy what is left of it at this point.
Alrighty then.
As you were kind of like disposing of like all these shards that you gathered and this guy's arm, you just see that it is just the crystal has just broken through it all and has seemingly adapted to the arm's shape.
Okay. Well. That's not good. Onwards and downwards.
Alrighty then. Oh my god. Hold on, someone just sent me something, and this just looks beautiful.
Oh. Oh.
Castle in the
Oh
Sky.
yeah, Castle in the Sky.
Yeah, it's one of the robots. That is actually very beautiful artwork of those robots.
Yeah, I like those robots. They're cool.
The robots are so cool. I love the design, and I really find them so cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I also love the noises that they make.
Yeah, they're little,
Dun,
they're
dun, dun,
little
dun, dun.
buddies. They're little buddies. I like
Yeah,
them.
indeed.
Anyways,
They're also scary
moving
as
onwards
hell,
and
but
downwards. Yeah.
but when they're in attack mode, when they're not, they're just big friendly giants.
Onwards and downwards into the horrifying crystal.
All right. As you are venturing more and more deeper, you see the rock just fade and kind of bleed into crystal as you get closer and closer to the core,
Alrighty.
until eventually you reach another cavern.
Oh boy.
Until you reach another cavern, and you are presented with a massive chamber,
Oh boy.
in the center of which is floating and connected by what looks to be like cables into the crystal surrounding it, is a massive blood red shard of crystal encased in stone. There it is, the shard.
That bright blood red thing.
Yes,
Why is it red?
it is the color of the first.
Okay.
Does the
Right.
color mean something to you?
Red, for us, is usually a symbol of aggression, violence, rage, anger, imminent death.
For us, it is a symbol. It is a color of wisdom.
Uh-huh. Right. Is that why only the protectors have red?
Yes, they are wise to protect us.
Ah.
They use the
great,
wisdom that they have to protect us. Red is a very rare color.
great.
It is said that only the first and those that they deem have it.
So, where's the protector?
As you say that, the stone around it starts to shift.
Oh.
As,
Oh!
as you see this massive creature made of stone. One moment. This massive creature made of stone
Of course.
with jagged spikes and bismuth-like crystal fall down and take up a pose, take up an aggressive pose.
Of course! I just had to jinx it.
And for today, that is where we'll end the session.
Fuck. Well, okay then.
I hope you both have liked this so far.
Yeah, this is quite
This
a
is-
development.
This is fucking freaky.
I feel like, yeah, that
I
that
might
elder
have-
must be feeling very embarrassed. What with the whole
just for record, for while I was developing this, most of this is directly taken from a species I have made for a writing project I've been working on off and on.
Yeah, the crystal things.
Yeah, I call them the People of Stone.
Yeah.
And a whole thing about them is that the crystal of their first, which is typically what they use to colonize. And so This is basically my interpretation of a colony that never got in contact with home. How they
Oh.
developed, and how it is so much different from their home.
Okay.
And how the crystal is very, very weird.
Yeah.
Since it is, in a way, alive.
Great.
I might have also delved a little bit into the colors of madness for this.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, I thought you were like halfway to just gonna be like killing the elder on sight for that.
To be honest, I wouldn't have blamed you, Rice, if that happened. Like, all things considering, that just suddenly happening and the elder literally doesn't know what to say.
Yeah. Like, if it was people, I would have immediately assumed this was an attempt on our life, because that's what humans would do. But they're rock people. They don't
Damn,
understand what
racist.
they're rock people. They don't understand what death is. I don't think they understand the concept of violence.
Well, in a way, they do. Just not in a way
Obviously,
that you
in a
understand.
way, but not in a human understanding of violence.
Yeah. And so the elder specifically, before as the thing is falling down and shifts itself into proper place, it says, "There it is." The
I
protector.
imagine it's like the fucking. Hold on.
I also hope you like the artwork I've used for the protector.
Very cool.
Yeah, I wanted to go for something animalistic
Weird.
yet recognizable.
Weird, Rocky Eva unit thing.
Yeah. I also kind of want to point out a thing that about what the elders said and how that will become important later.
Oh boy.
I'll leave up to interpretation what thing specifically.
Great. Also, I imagine it just the big protector just falling down like the one reborn from Bloodborne.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the idea I had was if I can somehow recreate whatever caused the crystallization or the rapid aggressive crystallization from the shard,
Yeah.
a crystal shard weapon.
That is.
Very cool. We love causing Grey Goose scenarios.
Yeah.
I mean,
it only seems to do it to like metal, so
Except for the guy that it was stabbing.
well, yes, and flesh, but that was I don't think that it was actively going after the organic component. Like,
Before you get too excited, think about what happens if you use that in a naval engagement or in a boarding action on a ship.
yes.
You're going to consume the whole bloody ship.
Yes.
We're in the ship. In metal suits or the metal mechs.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to use it on our ship.
No, but if we're boarding an enemy ship, we're currently on that ship.
Well, then I won't use it then either. I know when to use a weapon and when not to. What do you think I am, a psychopath?
I mean, given the previous record of the team,
Hey,
is it so absurd to think about it?
I guess not.
also, I found also another person just sent me this image.
But like, you have to admit that a weapon that weapon that does something like that to mechanical like stuff would be really good against the Ravagers. because it would completely reduce their mechs and the robots. Or, not, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah. Since they use mostly robots, shooting a shard in, a shard that rapidly consumes metal, would be very effective.
More infects metal from the. But you can guess more infects metal than anything, but.
Yeah, infects metal, consumes, same difference. Shoot it into
Yeah.
like the core or a joint, and then just boom, things useless. Can't be salvaged, can't be repaired. Just they're fucked.
Yeah, like no matter where you slice it, that seems very unpleasant for everyone on the receiving end, or potentially the guy that fires it who ends up on the receiving end.
I mean, obviously it'd have safety systems installed.
Like,
Safety systems.
yeah, I think we should. I vote we just stick to like normal weapons that just shoot people. You know,
Oh, like my fucking thermite guns?
you know how I feel about the thermite guns.
No, I don't, because you don't tell me how you feel about the thermite guns.
Okay, sorry. I am a little suspicious and worried about thermite guns, not because of the gray goo or anything. They just feel very war crimey.
There are no
Okay.
war crimes in space.
There are no war crimes in space. The Geneva Convention doesn't count for new technologies.
Geneva Convention is only for the treatment of prisoners.
Fine, the Hague Convention! That only counts for existing technologies. There's no rules about using about new creations or alien technology or weapons like this.
I think
Also,
thermite was a thing back
laser-
then.
Okay, Cam.
Oh no.
Cam.
Yes.
When I say thermite, I don't mean literal thermite.
Oh, well, why'd you say thermite then?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Fair enough.
Anyways, Hellfire weapons do not fall under the Hague Convention because they are new weapons. They have yet to be classified or written into the Hague protocols.
But does it fit
Therefore,
into the
it is
Second
not a war
London
crime.
Naval Treaty?
We're not engaging in naval actions. Also, London doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
London's gone?
Yeah.
Cradle literally has no humans living on it.
Not a singular one.
Cradle,
Any
aka
particular
Earth,
reason?
It's regarded as
Because it's a
sacred.
wildlife preserve.
Yeah, that too.
Londoners are a part of the wildlife.
It the land London is on, however, is
Damn, the grim dark future where Londoners are no longer a thing.
Grimdark. That's fucking Noble Bright. What are you talking about?
Well, we need a good villain.
The place where
That's called aliens. Or, the Chinese.
Is Beijing still a thing?
no,
No.
like legitimately,
There
all
are
human
no cities
habitation-
on Cradle.
Yeah, like all cities or human habitation on Cradle are gone.
Orbital stations are the only thing that are remotely close, and those are all governmental buildings.
Yeah.
Can't believe that they'd do this to me.
Get fucked.
I think it was like one of the original things they voted on in Union.
Yeah,
Like when
one of the
Union
first
properly
things.
formed, it was like one of the first things being voted. That-
what the fuck do we do with Earth?
The
Turn
Earth
it
would be
into a zoo.
basically turned into a wildlife preserve. And
All right, everybody. As our first order of government, what the fuck do we do with the planet? Big zoo.
big zoo. You sound like Salmonella.
Yeah,
Also, he's
that's
back.
what I was going for. I know.
I was so happy when I first saw his latest video.
Yeah. Big ear.
Big ear.
Big zoo.
How about big ear?
Anyways, I'm very glad that rock and stone still die to overwhelming thermal energies.
But yeah, we'll be picking this up next week, where hopefully we'll have the full party here.
Hopefully.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Because otherwise it's just gonna be us two against a giant fucking angry rock.
Yeah, the good news, he's a giant rock and I have an infinite amount of micro missiles. He will probably eventually die.
By the way,
Probably.
I made this stat block for this thing to be mean. This is a boss.
Yeah.
I built
Okay,
this thing to be mean.
I actually have an idea for a device that you probably may not be able to build, Vector, but could work for my missiles and stuff.
I can make it. Trust me, I can build it.
And you create a temporal displacement field which can slow things down around me.
I mean,
Because
Vecna has already encountered the tech, remember?
I can do that. I've already got the tech for it.
Like,
hear me
literally,
out.
Literally, you guys encountered the tech when you guys found Daedalus.
If I can create a scenario where time passes faster for me, and therefore I'm able to do more stuff in a set amount of time, I have a strategy that could work. Because I use that.
Is the it Kim? Is that strategy just shooting an absurd amount of micro missiles and then starting time and letting them slam into the target?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I figured.
but more
Ah.
missiles than before.
I see.
Obviously.
You're going to Edge Runners this.
Yes.
Alternatively, just hit him with Zawardo.
Zawaru, though.
Zawaldo!
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like,
pretty
if I
much.
can shoot, like, 17 dozen missiles at someone, it's like, dodge this bitch.
Watch
And
it
they're all
dodge
arcing
all
as
of
well.
them.
Since they're arcing, it also means that I could literally just have the missiles come from every single direction at the target.
Watch
Yes.
this thing dodge all the missiles at once doing JoJo
God.
poses.
Oh god.
JoJo Rock.
Jojo Rock. Oh my god, it's the stone mask.
No, you can't do this to us.
Mask. It's the stone mask. You
Alright.
thought it would be a giant rock boss, but it was actually me, Dio.
Oh dear lord, I love gaming with y'all.
Fuck you, Kim.
You're welcome.
But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end today's stream. I hope everyone had fun.
Yeah.
This is just me being as creative as I can and drawing inspiration that I think would fit.
Very fun.
Yeah. This is what it's kind of what I'm going for going forward with the different
Nice.
worlds, with these two worlds basically to kind of test y'all.
Neat.
This is probably going to be the first major tough fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I said, I built this thing to be mean, which is why I'm wanting to make sure the rest of the party is here.
Oh boy.
I'll see you all later.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I mean, I guess we can just